The NBA has dropped their opening night schedule, their Christmas Day schedule, and a couple other things in between.
So today we're going to be discussing all of that. L host, L Wi-Fi, L whatever. Where's Chill at? Mars, what's good?
Oh, I can't even take myself off the big screen, so I'm just stuck here until I get moved. How we doing, guys? Hello. Welcome to the panel. As you can see, we are a very unprofessional show. I don't even know the Christmas Day schedule, so I can't even start talking about it. Time for me to do a quick Google search, and then Pen, you will tell me about Christmas.
Yo, is Ron doing this from behind the scenes?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know who's behind the scenes.
Why am I on the big screen now?
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
What's good, Ox?
What's up, y'all?
The Christmas Day schedule is...
There's no... First of all, I want to say that out of all 10 teams, only 2 of them are in the East. So we got 8 Western Conference teams and 2 Eastern Conference teams playing on Christmas.
Is that bad?
Well, I don't know if that means anything. In the Clippers, the Clippers are not playing on Christmas. We got OKC versus Spurs. I'm excited for that one.
Wemby gonna kick some ass. Can get with that.
He gonna be playing.
I mean, it's the 2 teams in question from the East are the Cavs and the Knicks. I'm a little bit disappointed with the schedule, to be honest with you.
I'm not too excited for Christmas, except for that game I mentioned.
So what game did you guys... Well, before we get into what games you guys want, let me go ahead and just share it on the screen. So the people that don't know what's going on, you know, the people that are unprepared, the people that didn't do their homework can see what actually is going on Christmas. This is what's actually happening, ladies and gents. We got Knicks versus Cavs, 2 best teams in the East. Start everything off.
In theory.
Then we got the Spurs versus the Thunder. I like what the NBA did with this one. I would have liked to see the Rockets versus the Thunder, but Spurs versus Thunder, in theory, once again, Penn, the 2 best teams moving forward in the Western Conference for the next 5 to 7 years. Then you got the Mavs versus the Warriors. What's up?
I got a feeling about this one, and I think both these teams are going to be pretty decent. I just think this game in particular is going to be weak as hell.
Why you say that?
Man, it's just the middle. I mean, like the end of December. I'm not sure where these teams are going to be at in their journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not sure about this game. I just got a feeling about that. That's all. I just got a feeling. No big deal. No facts, just a feeling.
Kyrie should be back by this moment, right?
I wouldn't bank on it. I wouldn't bank on it.
He tore his ACL, in March?
I think so. I think it was the end of March.
I doubt he's playing in December.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect Kyrie back until early February.
If Kyrie's back for that game, that'd be fire. But all right, you got Cooper Flag versus Jonathan Kuminga on Christmas, in theory.
Maybe Josh Giddey too.
Or Cam Thomas. You never know. Then we got the Rockets versus the Lakers. I love this game.
Yeah.
KD versus Bron?
Just another chance for Bron to prove.
Yeah, they should have just flipped it. They should have done Rockets, Warriors, and Mavs and Lakers.
It really should have been that, Mars. Like for real.
Facts.
It should have been AD and potentially Kyrie versus Bron. And you already know the other story. You already know.
That game should have been in Dallas too.
Yeah, they should have flipped it, but it is what it is.
But this is just another chance for LeBron to prove that he's still better than Kevin Durant. We already know. We already know this.
Keep going, Alex.
You don't got to keep doing this.
Speaking of LeBron being better than Kevin Durant, tonight on Throwback Thursday, you never know what you're gonna see. Hey, it's been a long time coming, y'all. And tonight on Throwback Thursday, Penn, Ox, Mars, whoever else is out there, we're gonna get down to the bottom of some things of really just who's better than whoever they're better than. But you got to pull up to see. Now, back to this opening or Christmas Day schedule. The last game that we got is the Wolves versus the Nuggets. Thoughts on this?
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a good game. I just think it should have been Clippers versus the Nuggets. But
Clippers.
yeah, that's what I said. Nigga, I ain't stutter.
So they can
Bulls
low
Nuggets
manage?
are easy one.
So the Clippers aren't going to load manage that game?
I don't know. I don't know. Why would I know what they're gonna do in December?
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
It's
Maybe.
it's a hypothetical situation for a hypothetical game. It's not happening. So who cares? I don't know. I'm sure they will, actually. I'm pretty sure they will, yeah.
I would like to see the Clippers on Christmas in their new arena, but is what it is.
Damn, L into it dome. Penn, what games did you like and what games did you dislike?
I dislike most of those games, actually. I
Which
think
one did
this
you dislike the most?
Cavaliers and Knicks or Mavericks and Warriors. Like, I get it, but also like this is a day to establish and revisit rivalries, right? To create rivalries, to exhibit stars, right? Because this, like, for a casual NBA fan, this is when they start to pay attention. Like, for a lot of people, this is gonna be the first set of games they watch all year, right? So I wanted to
people?
Casuals.
Oh, I hate
your people. Okay, so sorry. I'll the hat, Ox. I can't help it. I can't help it. So I mean, I definitely think the Lakers versus the Mavericks is a lost opportunity. It's a lost opportunity, right? Rockets versus Thunder would have been interesting.
I agree.
They got Rockets Thunder opening night though, so I don't think they was going to do it twice, like on a marquee occasion.
I would.
They had to make sure KD saw the rings. That's why I think.
I was about to say, do you not think that's evil for them to have KD at OKC?
No, I think they played into the narrative that people wanted to see quite well. I mean, obviously, knowing how KD left, having KD's first game on his new team when he's still chasing, obviously, championships, which we assume is what he's doing. Watching his old team that he left for that quest get their rings on his first game with a new team, that plays into the narrative perfectly. I think that's just smart marketing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Maybe it is evil, but maybe evil is smart marketing.
How would y'all feel about this game? Spurs versus Cavs.
I don't know why. I don't
Wemby
think
versus Evan Mobley.
Christmas team.
I think Wemby versus Chet's better. I think Wemby versus Chet's better than Wemby versus Evan Mobley. But I see what you already said though with OKC playing the Rockets, so it would have been that way. Okay, I'm following you.
How do you like Pistons versus Timberwolves?
Pistons ain't getting no Christmas game.
Cade, hold on. Cade
versus y'all don't like Cade on Christmas?
Cade versus Anthony Edwards.
Hey, Penn.
Defense versus defense.
Hey,
scrap
Penn.
versus scrap.
The Pistons gonna be on Christmas within 2 years. If not next year, the year after that. Cade Cunningham is going to be Christmas.
That's valid. That's valid.
You send me and Mars to hell, please. Y'all two are so unserious right now.
I'm definitely serious. Now this one a little bit shout out to my guy Mtel. What about the Magic versus the Knicks at the Garden?
I mean, I think there should be a little more Eastern representation in this. So I wouldn't be mad at the Magic having a game. You know, like you said, Detroit, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can see the Magic in the next 2 years getting on Christmas too, but this year, nah, they haven't proven themselves enough.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got the legacy stars, right? Like I got an audible here. I wrote Nuggets versus Warriors, right?
Well, that would have been a cool game.
This could be a cool game too. Obviously, some team is going to get snubbed. Some team is going to get snubbed. To me, it's just like this would be a great opportunity to establish like stakes. You know what I mean? Cade versus Anthony Edwards feels like a stake. You know, it's probably going to be two playoff teams. It's probably going to be two teams that don't play a lot during the year. It's two young guards who a lot of people are debating over. It's interesting, right? Magic versus the Knicks. It's kind of like the battle for number 2 in the East, right? Like which team is better? It's also an opportunity for some young players like Paolo and Franz to take the shine on the big stage, possibly Jalen Suggs, two really scrappy defensive teams. I just like how the teams that I was talking about, I like how they play against each other. Maybe a cool clash of styles.
I actually like the
Ken,
Cavs.
I got a question. I'm sorry, it's not basketball related, but because I did this. I thought this was kind of unique. This is weak right here. Putting the mic right here. I should move this.
I mean, if you add another mic, you could go for some you can go for some very interesting, visuals there.
Yeah, go for some interesting visuals.
JD texted me, told me to get that shit out the frame, and I was like, "Oh, I thought I was being unique."
Yeah, I thought he was being unique too. I liked it, but
it's all good, Ox. Keep up the bad work. I like the Knicks and the Cavs. I don't know why you guys don't like that.
I mean, for the East Coast, I think that is the game for the East.
I mean, that's honestly, that's the two most established teams in the East as of right now. Because no Celtics. Once again, Penn mentioned the Mavericks or the Magic. Magic haven't proven themselves. Pacers are Halliburton-less, unless you bring you bring the best point guard in the East into the equation.
Who? TJ McConnell?
Trae Young.
When's the
who are you talking? Who are we talking to?
I don't know.
He's talking about Trae. He's talking about
Trae Young. So Atlanta. Yeah. I mean, I like there's other teams that could be good games. Like we already talked about Orlando, talked about Detroit. Not pandering to you, Penn, but I think the Raptors are going to surprise a lot of people this year. You know what I mean? But other than that, there's really nobody else in the East that you would risk putting like Giannis. The Bucks can't play on Christmas now.
I actually do think that Giannis.
You don't want Kuzma hoops on Christmas?
I don't want Kevin Porter Jr. hoops on Christmas.
I guess
that'd be like some coal. That's like some coal in your stockings, yo.
Okay, people went crazy this year. I want y'all to know. Y'all heard
it. I think having the top two players in the world play on Christmas is quite cool.
So you can just have like Denver versus Milwaukee.
Oh, I didn't mean playing against each other. That's like a bonus, I guess. I just meant them being on the day. But so yeah, maybe they could play.
Bucks should be playing. You think?
I'd assume so. Yeah, you probably want to have your best players playing. So Luka,
they could have did the Bucks versus Spurs.
How would y'all?
I don't get how would y'all have
felt if
play, but the Bucks can't.
I don't know if the players would agree to being this far away from their families on Christmas Day, but would you feel comfortable with some European games on Christmas, like a couple of games in Europe, especially with Jokic, Wemby, Giannis, like those big mega European stars? Put some of those games up on those timelines. Now you can actually add another game because Europe is obviously on a different time zone.
I mean, but the people that
I'd
are
be
playing
mad
away,
as hell if I'm a player if I had to go all the way to Europe for a game.
But you already in Europe.
I like a vacation to Europe. You know what I'm saying? Like
on Christmas, I'm good on that.
My thing, it doesn't matter if I'm the away team. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like if what's the furthest travel they got on there, Ryan? Dallas to San Francisco. Yeah, if Dallas is playing in San Francisco, so if I'm the Dallas team, I'm already out of town anyway. Might as well go that way. Dallas to San Francisco, what? That's a 3.5, 4-hour flight anyway. So yeah.
And I don't think many people will go to the games.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, Europe. Most sports leagues in Europe don't operate on Christmas for probably the biggest reason being people would rather be with their families and
religiosity has been on a decline for many
years. Not going to say most people. A lot of people in Europe don't view Christmas as a religious holiday anymore.
So what do they view it as?
Like it's Valentine's Day, just buying
a holiday time off, like you're chilling. That's like,
go watch a basketball game. What's better than that?
I'll speak for the UK, for example. Public transport doesn't even run on Christmas.
That's crazy.
Like it's just
at all.
Everyone very rarely. Like it's very rarely. So it's like it's just a holiday at this point. It's just a holiday. I think Europe's not some. They're not. I'll speak for England. I'm not going to speak for the whole continent. I haven't been to the whole continent. England, for example, doesn't. They're very lazy on Christmas. They're not going out. They're not going out at all. Let alone to an NBA game where NBA is still growing in popularity. But Christmas is a bad time to experiment, see how you can do. Their game in January is good when they have Orlando and Memphis or whoever. That's a good time to experiment, but not.
That's in
Christmas.
January. I thought that was earlier. Okay.
Well,
It's January,
you could
drop the ball with that too. But
Bro,
go ahead, P.
You could do a game in Serbia. That's not even our Christmas.
When do y'all celebrate Christmas? Or do y'all celebrate Christmas at all?
Yes, January.
In January. Okay. Well, Mars, to your point though, a lot of people in America don't even look at it as a religious holiday either. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, I think we're probably past that point where people view it as a religious holiday. So I think it's just
no, I mean the world is officially ran by heathens now, so it doesn't, it's not
heathens on top.
There's no religion. There's no religion allowed either. These people are psychopaths.
There's some religious psychopaths.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. But these people nowadays, they act like if you say like thank God or something like that, then oh my God, you're a Bible thumper. You can't push your religion on me. Like, nobody's trying to put you know what I'm saying? Like, but we can you know what? Never mind.
Should have hit him over the head with
this ain't the time or place for that.
Yeah, well, those European games in January, I think the NBA dropped the ball on it's a London game and it's a Paris game.
Facts, Ted. Facts.
I think so.
That is a fact. Ted.
I know one's in London.
Why is Wemby not playing in Paris?
He did it last year.
Why he should do it every year, Mars?
No.
Why is Zachary
Alex
Spurs versus Hawks?
Yes, that is.
I really do like that.
Obvious. I don't understand how they dropped the book. Sometimes
who is the French game?
I'm pretty sure it's the Wizards and
Alex. Oh yeah, look, Alex.
Oh, Bilal Koulibaly.
See, the Wizards is a good team.
All right, Wizards and Spurs then, or at least the Hawks and Spurs.
No, Wizards and Hornets. Tijan Salon versus Alex Sarr and Bilal.
Oh, yeah. They play the Hornets.
Is Moussa Diabate French?
I'm pretty sure he is. French African.
Moussa Diabate and Tijan Salon versus Alex Sarr and Bilal. That's good.
You know that's nasty.
That's good.
You know
that's the French
disgusting.
people get to see LaMelo maybe. Like that's good hoops.
Hey, why somebody in chat said that no one in France knows Alex Sarr?
No, they definitely
doesn't Olivier play for the Raptors?
Yes, he does.
Please.
Olivier Sarr versus Alex Sarr.
Okay.
Good hoops.
First of all, respect to Olivier Sarr. He gonna be for playing for the Raptors 905, not for the Raptors.
He might get brought up for this game.
For this game, yeah. Have him come out, show
you
out.
You can't just bring up
fans.
a player. He's not getting a two-way contract. Our two-way slots are already
Sign into a 10-day.
Yeah.
You need a roster spot for that.
Clear one.
Well, somebody is.
We technically do have one, but yeah.
See,
the NBA dropped the ball. Victor Wembanyama should be in Paris.
Charlotte versus Washington
twice a year
in Paris.
Do they play in France or do they like play somewhere else? Like where's the what's another place that has an arena? Like what's a Nice or something? What they got in France? Where else could they play?
Yeah, they got basketball arenas all over France, yo.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a big, like where's the big hubs for basketball in France besides Paris? Like
I know Monaco got a team. I know
Vienna's not France.
I was asking. I'm just throwing out countries around.
Just not France exclusive, just countries.
Countries, cities, other places that's like around that area. You know what I'm saying? Like. Isn't Nice? That's a big city in France, isn't it?
Yes.
Nice, Marseille, Lyon, maybe.
Asvel, I know that's, but I think they're in Paris though too.
Yeah, but Paris stinks. So I mean, maybe Wemby just didn't want to go to Paris.
Smelly country.
It's
doodle, baby.
Yeah, Paris.
Hey man, that's just love, That's just the smell of love.
Shout out to
Shout out to Paris though. Shout out to Paris. Worst city on earth.
You really agree with that, Morris?
Well, I haven't been to every city on earth, but Paris stinks. So
I live there.
literally and
I've heard you
figuratively.
I've heard you say
That's
these
it.
things about Paris. How much like you really don't like Paris? I've heard this from you before.
I've
It's
never
a
been
disgrace.
a fan of Paris. Now I've never been there, but just from the things I've heard, and I've always thought like because a lot of people hype up here. Mars, you know how you hear about cities and people hype it up, and you like I would rather go here than to there.
Yeah, I
I've
wouldn't
never heard
recommend. I wouldn't recommend Paris to anyone. I definitely wouldn't. But
Remember the farmers was throwing shit everywhere because they was mad at the government and stuff.
Oh, I seen that. Yeah.
I mean, it depends what you're into. Some of
Yeah.
Nobody's into shit.
No,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
Paris,
2025.
Paris is a
You in the
pretty,
doodoo?
Paris is a pretty dope vibe, yo. It's a pretty dope vibe.
Yo, what's the word? What's the word?
Jordan, you been to Paris?
No, I haven't. I have not been to Paris. Nope.
Keep it
But
that
I
way.
know it's some joints in there. That's the
Oh
only
my
city.
God.
That's the only place I worry about. Where the joints at? Y'all be worrying about the wrong thing.
I mean, you.
I don't want to be
know
around a
that.
bunch of smelly people.
Yeah, the people.
people.
Okay, if
Yeah.
the people, that's different. I gotta find somebody that don't smell.
You can't be stinky and hairy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I met a few
Those two
joints
things do
from
go
Paris
hand in
and
hand
Turkey.
sometimes.
I met a few joints from Paris and Turkey. I must admit, they was 3 for 3.
So
So
they got out of Paris.
probably so, maybe so. Well, shit. Hey man, I don't know what y'all talking about. Whenever y'all pull up to a place, I'm just want to figure out where the joint's at. That's it. I want to see what we looking at, what flavors we looking at. I'll take Baskin Robbins with me everywhere, where I go. I'm looking for the 31 flavors. Yeah, that's it. I just want to know. See
Apparently, in
something.
some cities, you have the stinky flavor, you have the smelly flavor, you
Nah,
have the
I
hairy
don't
flavor,
get with that with them. I leave them alone. I wear my mask around.
you have the
that type of
Sasquatch
stuff.
flavor. But
you
salute
think
to
I'm going
all
to Paris
flavors.
for just some croissants?
So does Paris really stink that bad?
Mars.
I don't know.
It's bad.
Mars, ain't that like a 2-hour train ride from you?
It's not a long train ride. Yeah, you just get the Eurostar and and then you're in France.
You
Yeah.
got to leave your house to get on a train, though.
Shit, 2
Yeah,
hours
you
on the
do.
train is kind of nasty. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's bad.
Well, it's not too
But
bad.
yeah, El
I mean,
Paris.
shit, we
El
ain't used to
Paris.
riding trains for 2 hours.
El Paris, man.
Yeah, I guess so. Damn, Mars dissing Paris.
The greatest thing to come out of Paris is Moussa Diabate.
Did he really come out of Paris, Mars?
Yes.
So
You know
he
what?
13.
Wait,
know what?
wait, hold on though, because what are them cookies? The macaroon? What them called? The macaroons?
They're not from Paris.
Well,
Yeah.
Mars, is he
Diabate,
really
and that's-
13?
Musa got it, man. Musa got it.
Man,
Oh, you talking about that Barcelona kid?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
I ain't got nothing to
13
say.
years old. Jordan, I
Hey,
tagged
fuck
you in
you
that
ain't
yesterday.
13.
Did you see that? I tagged you in that.
Yeah, I see somebody tagged me in it before you did. I was like, I started to tag Penn and ask Penn, do you know if he was 13 or not?
Oh my God.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Penn?
Yes, miss me with that bullshit, please.
So is he? Do you really
He
think
was
he's
hooping,
13?
man.
Every episode,
hooping.
Jordan. Every episode. I want to say something to you. I want to say something to you.
Sure.
All of Dikembe Mutombo's career, people said he was too old. That he was older than we thought. And when did he retire? When he was 42 damn years old. So if he's as old as people were saying he was, man, damn near played till he was 50.
He probably did.
Mm,
Bobo
yeah,
did the
Kimbe.
same. Manu Bo did the same thing.
Well, shout outs to rest in peace Dikembe Mutombo, and shout outs to Dikembe Mutombo for playing
Rest
until
in
he was
peace, Mutombo.
allegedly 50.
Respect to Dikembe. That should go for his career. Respect to Dikembe Mutombo. But when he got to the Rockets, there's no way in hell he was 31, 32 when he got to the Rockets.
Look, I heard your rant last time about how people don't know how to take a joke and stuff, but I just want to say, like, I talked to a lot of African people who said that this was no joke to them. Serge Ibaka opened up about it once, and he said it was very, very deeply hurtful. That it's just you got to look at it from the perspective of there's a side of the world that is trying to get infrastructure into Africa to scout these kids, and then there are people on the other side saying these kids are not kids. Don't go watch them. You know what I mean?
True.
It's
I'm not
though.
saying don't watch them because they grown ass men masquerading as
Man,
kids.
you could be pretending to be 14 and you're really 17, but you can still hoop.
I'm
Pen.
saying
I know
if
Pen.
a
The only
kid
reason why I'm
legitimately
speaking
looks
on this-
25, fine. But just a kid being of African descent does not mean they forge their birth certificate.
No, but that's not. But that's not what I'm saying, though, because that's not what I'm saying. I know African basketball players. Like I got a few of them that's friends. Like Nuni Omot. You know who Nuni Omot is? I know him.
Okay.
I know Joe Lual Chul. You know who that is? I know him. I got a couple guys that that's African friends.
You check out
They'll
that
tell you they be doing that. Like I'm just saying, I have a DM. They be, hey, coach. I got a kid who needs a visa or something like that. I say, how old is he? He 13 or 14. They send me a video of him. He doing 5 back scratches in a row. I never seen a 14-year-old do 5 back scratches in a row in my life.
Okay.
He's a skilled 14-year-old. He's a
I'm not-
talented
guy,
14.
you see one in
this
Paris
stuff
or
happens-
in Spain right now.
Stuff happens all over the
You about to
world,
play for
bro.
Barcelona?
It do.
happens
I'm
next
not
year.
saying it's all of them. I get your point when you talk about it's a country that's trying to break into that. I understand that. To me, Serge Ibaka full of shit for that little pretend rant, whatever. He might have felt deeply a part of it, but the allegations on him could be true too, though. We don't know. I just know 1 year Serge Ibaka looked fresh as hell. 3 years later, he looked very old. That's all I'm saying. He looked visibly older. So,
Bro, I had a kid in grade 7 who was in my class who I swear looked older than the teacher.
I got a couple kids I know like that too.
Yeah.
But it's not even about that. It's just about their body. What I'm around skilled 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. Like, okay, yeah, he young. You can just tell by how his body move. That kid that we was just talking about from Barcelona?
He plays for Barcelona's
He plays
youth
for
team.
Barcelona.
And
There's no way you can tell me with his shoulders defined like that and dunking that shit like that's a 13-year-old.
he's tough though.
He tough regardless. He don't have to fake his
legitimately
age.
is tough.
He doesn't have to fake his age. He's tough regardless. He's 6'10", 6'11". He can handle the basketball. He can dunk. He can block shots. I don't get why he would do that, but I just don't think he's 13.
Swiper was dunking at 13. Why can't he be dunking at 13?
I had friends who were dunking
Allegedly.
at 13. No, I had friends who were dunking at 13. DeMar DeRozan dunked at 13.
I was dunking at 13.
There you go. Ox,
but
where's
not
your
like
birth certificate
him.
at?
Not
Ox,
like
what-
him.
But I was 6'1". I was not.
But how was you dunking, Ox? Was you?
I was
doing
I was getting this. First, first it was just the one hand, but then after I realized I could dunk, I got a two-hander. But
Yeah, but
you wasn't
freestyling with that thing, right?
I've never been a freak athlete like that though. Like, I mean, compared to like normal people, I'm a freak athlete, but to athletes, I'm just an athlete though. So I was never dude in the air.
Man, all I know is a 13-year-old that's like 6'10", 6'11". Do you know how hard it is for them to be coordinated? Like,
Yeah, he's different.
yeah.
he's
legitimate.
Nah, he's
Bro,
different for a 13-year-old. Yeah.
That kid, if he is 13, he's the best basketball player I've ever seen in my life because the way he catches the ball and he's so aggressive, instantly just like God damn,
And not scared of an adult,
But he pump like he sees stuff behind his head. He pump faking before he get the ball and then coming this way. Like, bro, are you Hakeem Olajuwon?
Generational talent.
No, he's nice. I'm not gonna lie, he's nice. I don't think he have to do that if he doing that. I don't know. I'm just spectating, but
he looked like
the world is very connected right now. There's no way that a kid got that good and nobody knew about it. It's just not possible.
exactly. That's what I be saying when I be seeing these young kids who I know in a class of 2030, 2031. That's what class he's in. I coach kids in the class of 2030, 2031.
Jordan.
There's no way we missed a 13-year-old that was like that. He didn't just get good overnight.
Unless he was 10
They're
years
hiding him,
old.
Jordan.
Unless he was 10 years old 3 years ago. Yo, that's what I'm trying to tell
Unless
you.
he was
Jordan.
Unless
he was 10 years old 3 years ago. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If that dude, no, listen to me, Jordan. If that dude was 6'10, 6'9, whatever, right? Like 3 years ago, right? And he was learning basketball somewhere and he got this good, someone would have known about him. Guaranteed.
Pin, you know the worst whooping I got was the first real like whooping that I really remember that was serious like that was one time I was with my granny. We went to hometown buffet. She said,
Buffet?
She said you're 6. I'm like, I'm not 6. You feel me? You see where I'm going with this? Okay. I'm just saying.
You gotta ask what by who? Granny?
By my granny for
Cheerio say he's 17.
For messing with her pocketbook.
Cheerio say he's 17.
I got you.
You know, under 7 eats free.
Cheerio say the Barcelona kid was listed at 17, then they deleted it, and now he back to 13. Nah,
It was a typo.
I'm just saying, class of 2030, 2031, we know I coach a kid that's like that in the class of 2030. I know. I know the kids that's above. It's all of a sudden you see a kid that just pop up out of nowhere. That don't really happen. First of all, if he grew 7 inches, there's no way he coordinated. If he grew 7 inches in the span of a couple months, he not coordinated.
And he did. He went from a 6'3" junior to a 6'10" senior.
That's a grown man though, Ron. Not as no 13-year-old.
When you grow super fast like that, you do have a lot of joint pain.
Yes.
But you can still be coordinated. Like your knees might hurt like hell when you go to sleep, when you wake up, when you're walking around, whatever, but you can still play. The coordination stuff, that comes down to balance. That comes down to a lot of stuff. But just having a quick growth spurt don't mean automatically you have balance issues.
No, you're right. But at 13, it's very hard for bro. My best friend grew from like 6'2" to 6'6", 6'7" at about that age, and he wasn't that coordinated. It was like, bro, he too damn big to be doing all that shit. Like at that young age, your bones still babies. Like he would just run down the court and just trip. You like, oh shit, what the hell wrong with you?
Yeah. But I mean, like these athletes are different though. I saw LeBron when he was like 14 years old. He was hella coordinated. I think he was like 6'3", 6'4". So I mean, shit.
LeBron is 1-on-1 though. LeBron is 1-on-1.
No, he's 1 of 2 now. Yeah,
there
he 1 of 2 now.
Oh shit! Apparently, we got the next. That motherfucker play like Giannis.
You see that picture of LeBron at Christmas when he was 3 years old? Damn near looks like he's 30.
That picture's insane.
He damn near looks like he's 36.
I didn't see that.
He looked like a man baby. But like
LeBron was a different.
He got a receding hairline when he's 3 years old. Like he paid for the Christmas gifts himself.
Hey, if Lil Buddy's 17 though,
paying for the Christmas gifts.
he's still tough.
No, that's what I said. I don't think he needs to fake his age.
He's still
he don't need to fake his age.
Oh, so you say he need to come out with the real truth?
Yeah, for sure. He just need to own up to he probably 21. 9 times out of 10, he's 21. That's cool though. I'm not tripping. He's 21 though, for sure.
But either way it goes, they're saying he's gonna play for the top Barcelona team.
He won't.
No, he will. That's what they're saying. So
when the fucking 13-year-old can play for the top Barcelona team,
he's gonna play men.
And it's grown ass men that can't play on that motherfucker. They just can't do it.
You do know that there are ways to verify age, right? Like they can look at your growth plates and see how old you are relatively. Like they can't be like, oh, you're born January.
They let them. Ain't nobody just gonna let you do that.
Like, if he ever wants to go to the NBA, they're gonna look at his growth plates, and they can tell.
Shabazz Muhammad did it. Thorn Maker did it. They don't.
Shabazz Muhammad lied by a year. That's different.
Lied by more than that.
They're not gonna come out with that. That's bad for business. They're gonna let that boy be 12 for another 2 years. Then
you'll only realize once he's out of his prime by 27. It's like, oh, okay,
right.
Like Serge Ibaka, right? Right? Like that shit was a drastic change in Serge Ibaka. He can do all that serious looking and on them interviews like, yeah, this is a real problem. Yeah,
Jordan,
motherfucker, you part of the problem. Stop looking all serious.
Jordan, where was Shabazz Muhammad born?
He was born in the States, right?
Same state as you.
He was born in LA, right?
No, he said
he was born in California. He was born in Long Beach, California. Where were you born?
Yeah, that's LA.
I was born in Los Angeles, California.
Yeah. Where was you born?
Check your birth certificate.
Born down there too, man.
I know how old I am. Shit, I ain't gotta fake it. Shit, my patella tendon is hurt like a motherfucker.
You know who says that?
You know who says
that? People who are faking their birth certificates. I want to find out. Come find out. Jordan really 55 years old. That's why he's like this.
We need to see about that.
That's why he's so mad.
My dad damn near 60. Ain't no way in hell I'm 55. My dad's damn near 60.
Y'all not paying attention. He be telling you he doesn't watch movies. He
I
don't
don't watch
listen.
movies.
You
I definitely don't watch
you
movies.
coming
That
with
shit
some
make me
real
sleep.
like 70s, born in the 70s energy. I'm just telling you.
Nah, Pin, I'm
Someone
just
said I
telling you the
look
truth.
40.
I was just really
shoot.
born in the trenches. Shit happened in the trenches, man. You just grow up a little fast. That's all.
All
Everybody
right.
got that homeboy that grow up fast. I was just telling my homeboy about that the other day about the trolls on the internet, man. I'm a different type of troll. I grew up in the era where we talked about each other, whether you was homeless or not. We didn't give a shit. It is what it is. You came to school with some bullshit ass shoes on, and your mama couldn't afford. Didn't nobody give a fuck. It was just shit. You better learn how to talk about people.
Hey,
It's
but
the new
Jordan.
era though,
Hey,
where
but Jordan.
everything is like that's not nice, that's not cool. Shit, we didn't give a shit.
Hey, Jordan, but everybody laugh it off, and then the next day it'll be somebody else's turn. And then
Man,
everybody
that's
laugh
it.
it
That's a
off,
fact.
and the next day it'll be somebody else's turn.
That's why I say
It
I'm a
wasn't-
different
it
type of
wasn't
troll.
no
I don't have
thing.
ain't no such thing as too far. We talked about people who didn't have money growing up, and we didn't give a shit. He better learn how to
And they
come
thought it
back.
was funny.
It
And
was
they thought
funny.
it was funny. No, it was funny.
Yeah. So
Well, it's not funny anymore, guys. Okay?
yeah, nah, it ain't funny no more. Ox. You right. That's not nice. This
It's,
not
it's
cool.
the big. Hey, it's the big 2-5,
You
y'all.
bullying.
We got to do better, man. We gotta
And
do
you talk about somebody that's 25 but faking, but faking like they 12, and we talk about him. All of a sudden, he need a mental health month.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
He need a mental health life. You faking like you 12 when you 30. Yeah, that's a problem. Shit, you need to start.
I'm gonna be real though, man. I'm gonna be real though,
psyche
man.
there.
When shit was a little hard, when shit a little hard when you a young kid, boy, you learn how to survive like that. Boy, you learn how to get creative. You learn how to, use your imagination because that's all you got. You ain't got no bread. You ain't got no shoes. Shit, you just learn how to just, do what you got to do. That shit make you better as a man. Now kids go to school with goddamn Louis Vuitton shoes on. Boy, the first day of school picks been crazy. They got, Prada, like shit. I ain't had no first pair of Prada, so I was like 21 years old. What's the word? So, it is what it is.
All right,
Somebody
y'all.
rob them little niggas, man.
That's crazy.
Well,
That's crazy.
These are some more games from tip-off week. You got the Cavs and the Knicks again. It's the second day of the season. Again, you got the Cavs and the Knicks. Then you got the Spurs versus the Mavericks. Then we got the Thunder versus the Pacers, obviously finals rematch. Then you got the Nuggets versus the Warriors. This actually looked like it could have been a dope Christmas Day schedule. Would this have been better than what they got? Could have been a dope Christmas Day.
Wait,
Apart
what is
from
this?
Indiana.
So
Why
this
is
is the
Indiana?
tip off, and you're saying should this have been Christmas? So the Cavs and Knicks play each other tip off and Christmas.
I
Yeah.
thought OKC was playing Houston.
No, this isn't. They
No,
are,
that's October
That's just
22nd.
ESPN.
That's October.
so
That
this
ain't Christmas.
is-
Yeah,
This is opening night right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's a hell of an opening night. I ain't gonna lie.
Hell of a opening
That's
night. Cool.
that's
Yeah,
a foul
yeah.
opening night. I don't give a shit about the Warriors and Lakers though. I'm talking about that first game.
Why
That's
are they ducking the obvious Mavs versus Lakers? They missed 2 opportunities to do that.
Kyrie hurt, but AD back.
I mean,
And Cooper Flag versus Bronny James. That'll be a hell of a.
Cooper Flag versus Luka, the guy he had to replace.
That's interesting.
Yeah, they should. Pin, you're right. They should have put that on there. I
Bron
want to see
said
the
no.
Spurs and the Mavericks. What the
The
hell?
NBA keeps killing its best storylines, and I don't get it.
Yeah, well, shout out Wemby, Cooper Flag. It's a good matchup.
Yeah.
No,
Not really. I mean, they're not going to guard each other. There's going to
Right.
be AD versus Wemby, which I think is interesting, I guess. It's also the first 2 picks of the draft going up against each other. That's usually like a Cade versus Jalen Green type of situation.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
I get it.
That's a good game though. I mean, I don't think they can get it wrong with any of the Texas teams with OKC in there playing each other. I think all of those are good matchups.
I wish they would have put the Lakers and the Mavs though. That would have been a real good. That would have been a fight. It's like what are we expecting from the Lakers and the Warriors? Like, what are we getting out of that? I know, like, they're supposed to be contending teams because I don't think so. At least not right now. But
So
I don't know.
The NBA schedule hasn't dropped yet, but there is a rumor that the Mavericks and the Lakers will meet for the first time in the NBA Cup.
Oh, that's dope.
Really, is it?
I mean, do you
The
care about the
NBA
NBA Cup? Now you got to watch it.
Yeah, maybe so. But first, man, I want some first day beef. That's what I want. I want sparks to fly the first day. So by the time, we set the storyline up for game 2. Now we anticipating the game 2. Like this Rockets versus Thunder. If it's down to the wire, they used to do that with the Cavs versus Warriors. When they used to have them games in the regular season, like open night and shit be down to the wire. And then we anticipate the Christmas games. And then we anticipate, the rest of the games because we want to see. But I don't know. I guess so. I want to see. That Rockets versus Thunder game gonna be some action. Because we win, I'm claiming we going to the NBA Finals. And if we lose, I'm claiming that it's just a fresh start. We just learning each other. So either way it go, we can't lose. I'm making sure.
All right, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and throw something else on the screen. Now, I didn't see this interview. I seen a quote from it, but we're gonna watch the interview. Well, at least part of it.
Oh.
And then obviously we'll get you guys' thoughts on why this team isn't playing on Christmas or opening night when they're gonna win a ring. Bradley Beal.
Oh.
So this is what Bradley Beal had to say in this interview.
Damn, Ron, check them messages.
I need a ring.
Hell no.
I need a ring. I want one bad. And I feel like I got a new life of rejuvenation for sure, a new hunger. I'm excited about the opportunity, new city, new environment, but a hungry environment too. I'm definitely excited about the opportunity to go win.
Volumes that you gave Chris Paul, that number 3. What went into that, and how did you make that decision?
Chris is lucky we have a previous relationship outside of basketball. We're good. I actually grew up and played in his camps too, so it was kind of like a big bro thing. Like I had a choice, but I didn't really have a choice, so it was out of respect. But it was a no-brainer for me. Like you don't know if it's his last year. You don't speak on that. That's his story to tell. But if it is, and I have the opportunity to share the floor with him, I want him to have the number that he came in with.
You just signed with the Clippers. Where are you at in your NBA journey?
I need a ring.
I rock with that answer. But I rock with that comment too, though. So he signed to the Clippers. So he signed to the Clippers. But
if they would have had Brad last year, shit, they would have got out there. That would have been a good run.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, probably so. I don't know, man. If the Clippers don't win shit this year, I'm going with the curse. The curse is real. It is what it is. We need to call base God to lift the curse, but it just I'm done with the Clippers if they don't win it this year. So I'm sorry, but I'm finished with them. Like I will never think the Clippers will win a championship ever again in life if they don't win this year.
Why just the Clippers? What about the other teams? What if the Rockets don't win this year after they win got Kevin Durant?
Oh no, but no. We ain't gonna never do that with the Rockets. We already won. The Clippers ain't even been there.
What if Minnesota don't win it? You know what I'm saying? Like what if the Knicks don't win it? What if the Cavs don't win it? We done with them too?
We done with the Cavs as long as
he been done with the Cavs.
Yeah, like long Donovan Mitchell, they number 1, yeah. But
they have
Clippers,
now, so it's fine.
They've been trying their best to stack up their team to the top. Like over the last 6-7 years, they've been doing the most.
That's what everybody's been trying to do, Jordan.
Not like the Clippers. Sounds like
the Clippers been doing their job correctly.
Why not like the Clippers? Who has
them boys then went and stole Paul George?
They went and traded Paul George and Kawhi. That was 6 years ago, and since then,
and they ain't sniffed nothing but the conference finals once.
What I'm saying, Jordan. What I'm trying to say is, we've seen the Knicks go grab everybody, right?
So who is everybody, though, Ox?
Everybody.
Bridges,
I'm saying
no everybody.
Bridges and Mikal. Or Mikal
Towns. Carl Anthony Towns is nobody now.
OG and
all right, okay.
See, when I'm
Carl, OG and no. Bridges and Mikal.
Y'all big players up. until it's time to have these type of conversations. Now all of a sudden, ain't nobody doing nothing.
No, I said they're closer to nobody than everybody.
Now all of a sudden, ain't nobody adding nobody to their team. Like nobody's making trades. Nobody's acquiring.
Not
players.
like the Clippers.
The only team that's been adding players is the Clippers now.
No, but the Knicks and the Clippers are in the same category. They're in the same.
No, but the Clippers worse.
No, Jordan. People.
The Clippers had
the Clippers.
Kawhi, PG, Lou Will, Pat Bev, Marcus Morris, Avery Bradley. Marcus Morris averaged damn near a dub before he got there.
Yeah, but I say Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby, and y'all talking about who?
Yeah, but Marcus Morris is added to Kawhi and PG.
Marcus Morris sucks.
Marcus Morris, the one that averaged the dub.
Marcus Morris, I didn't just let you miss Pat Bev.
That's what happens when you go to the Clippers.
Now, Jordan,
what was Marcus Morris doing before he got to the Clippers?
Jack shit.
Oh my, Jordan, I agree with you on your Clippers take. I agree that they've been trying to win a championship. Yes, I agree with you on that. They've been adding players because they're trying to win a championship. 100%. I'm with you on that. Yes, they have. They've dealt with all types of. They've dealt with collapses. They've dealt with players folding. They've dealt with players getting hurt.
Like who?
They've dealt
Marcus Morris because he averaged 20 before he got to the goddamn Clippers.
Let's not derail by doing all that. Everybody knows the story, right? Players have folded. Players have gotten hurt. Players have just done bullshit. Players have, got caught with weed. All types of stuff is going on.
Players didn't want to play in the bubble.
Oh, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. Yes, the Clippers have failed at their mission. 100%, no excuse. Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, James Harden, Marcus Morris have all failed at their mission.
Chris Paul too. Previously,
again. No, not even Chris Paul. Not Chris Paul. He was.
Got him back now.
That's Lob City. That's Lob City. I'm not talking.
That goes into this.
Okay, but wrong. Let's keep moving forward. So the Clippers have failed at their mission 100%. They traded SGA, the MVP, for Paul George. He's not even there no more. The Clippers have failed at their mission. We're on the same page, Jordan. I'm with you on that. What I'm saying is, can we please stop acting like that's the only why is it only the Clippers that get this type of
the Knicks get this too though?
Because karma's a bitch. That's why.
What karma? What are you talking about? What is karma? Who is this bitch you're talking about?
Oh, karma.
Yeah, karma.
Heard about it?
Like karma sound fine.
Hey, but I want to know why. I want to know why, y'all doing Marcus Morris like that.
Don't screw up a happy home.
But why y'all doing Marcus Morris like that? Like Marcus Morris wasn't good before he got to the
Clippers. It wasn't no happy home.
It was a happy home.
Hold on, who's happy?
It was happy on Instagram. It was happy on their servers, but they was cheating on each other, fighting and stuff in front of the kids.
They sent Lawrence Frank to Raptor games for a whole year. When's the last time you seen that? He was there at Raptor games, just like, hey, Kawhi from the Clippers, how y'all doing?
Yeah,
because totally tampered. Yeah, I get it. But no hate here. Just a lot of tampering.
Y'all wasn't even supposed to be together anyways. Like y'all was.
But he was happy here.
Y'all was happy here.
Everybody's
happy during a rebound.
Nah. He won a championship, bro. Like he was really happy here. You don't win a championship, your star player is deeply unhappy. He ended up choosing to go to LA. I get it.
You usually don't leave after though.
That's true.
Unless
another team has been tampering for a whole damn year.
Unless you're going to California.
If you listen to Kawhi tell it, and he has no reason to lie, because I don't even think he can lie. I think his cyborg programming is basically like auto default to honesty 100%. He said that it was a legitimate choice for him, but ultimately he chose to go home. But it was close. Like he was close. Like he wasn't bullshitting. Like he was close. He wanted to run it back maybe for 1 year or 2 years.
But Pin, what does this got to do with karma? They didn't steal Kawhi from you guys.
Yes, they did.
He made a choice. If Kawhi wanted to go to Portland, the Blazers would have said, yes, Kawhi, come on. If Kawhi wanted to go to the Lakers, which they wanted him to go there, he would have. The Lakers would have opened him with open arms.
You know who you sound like right now? You sound like that one kid in that video. You remember when I was in class and he was talking about, man, stop texting her phone. Just start crying. Y'all never seen that video? And that's how you act right now about Kawhi.
in fairness, it is highly irregular and very, very illegal for executives to be scouting or not scouting, recruiting during the current season. That's the definition of tampering.
Was
Penny,
it really there though? I don't know.
Hey, look,
So
Yeah,
first,
I was
there.
first,
I was
we
there
got
when Lawrence
we
Frank
got
was in
D
LA,
Wade,
man.
we
He
got
spent a
D
lot of nights
Wade
at the
and
office.
Pat Riley, joining up in Team USA in 2008 to poach Chris Bosh away a summer ahead.
Oh, but you're happy
Right.
about that one though, right?
I was deeply happy, but I don't give a shit.
Okay. All right.
But I'm just saying it's tampering nonetheless. We got nothing for him.
But Pink, Steve Ballmer called Masai about this and told him, you know the name of the game. Kawhi chose me. Now we can handle this like some gentlemen. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I would tell you for
You
sure
know,
though.
He ain't
Before
still Kawhi.
He wanted Kawhi wanted Pascal Siakam and Kyle Lowry dealt for Paul George and Russell Westbrook. That was the stated deal at the time. Kawhi did not want to run it back with Pascal. Basically, that was the predominant narrative at the time.
why he didn't want to run it back with Pascal?
Because he wanted Paul George and Russell Westbrook.
Ideally because he wanted to join up with another superstar. He didn't think that his body could take the rigors of carrying a team the way that he did.
He didn't want an
Carry
aging.
him.
He didn't want an aging superstar like
Well,
Pascal.
In fairness, he in the playoffs he did a lot of carrying. The first 2 or 3 rounds he was going crazy.
Yeah, he did.
So.
Yeah, he had to carry Serge Ibaka 43-year-old ass through the playoffs too.
Great.
Look. All I do know when I was in LA at the time before they got Kawhi, the Clippers was trying to get Jimmy Butler like really bad. Like they was really trying to get Jimmy Butler throughout the whole time. It just didn't happen. I would tell you when Marcus Morris came with the Knicks, he scored like 30 on the Clippers. 2 weeks later, he was a Clipper. Like that shit used to happen like a lot. It was the same thing with Kawhi. Then when we hear they courting Kawhi, but it's like, bro, motherfuckers when it got everybody that was a name at some point or at some point, like you got Marcus Moore. I remember fucking Paul George on a podcast talking about, yeah, we got Joakim now. Oh, we got Joakim now. Beat the shit out their ass.
He's trying to big that up.
No, you ain't gotta big that up. It's like, oh, y'all and them. I don't know who he was talking to, but they was like, y'all got who? Y'all got him too? Y'all got him too? Just to get y'all ass beat. Blasted.
Nah,
Mhm.
I will
don't
say the
even think Joakim
Clippers.
played for them for.
The
No,
Clippers.
he didn't. But that's what Paul George said, though. We got Joakim. Like they just got the dream.
I'm gonna throw the Sixers in here too, because the Sixers then got a lot of people. They didn't circulated through, stars. They didn't drafted some big names. The Sixers are obviously in this as well of teams that like y'all been trying.
The process ain't over, Ron.
Hey, y'all been trying. You've been the main
That
one saying the
shit
process
is
is over.
fucking. That
Yeah,
the process has been moved to bumfuck Georgia. It's over with.
Arch, what you mean the process ain't over?
Nah, it's over.
Joel's still on the team. So.
Philly
Yeah.
and 6.
I mean, I guess so, but shit. Cancel the process.
That's
That's been a long, lengthy process right there, man. Full of more downs than ups.
Okay.
Don't you think it's time to get rid of it?
Haters
What,
gonna
the
hate.
process?
Philly and 6.
They just got a
Yeah, like you
makeover.
said,
You know
you
what I'm
gonna
saying? They just got a makeover. They'll be all right.
Well, Jeremy
What's a
McCain? They
makeover?
got their nails done.
Man, I'm just saying, bro. They got some youngsters in there.
The nails done is a crazy one, bro. That
I
is
mean,
a
they just got a
crazy
makeover.
grab.
I'm trying to figure out.
That's
Oh,
a
you talking
crazy
about new
grab
hairdo?
right there. Now that I put it
Jordan,
together.
hey, Jordan, that's like just nonchalant live. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like that's a crazy collab
That
you
new
just
hairdo?
put on right there, Ron.
Nah, but they got VJ. They do Jerry McCain. Yes, him. They got him. They got the youngsters. I mean, why not?
They do got Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey. You know what I'm saying? They got a if Joel Embiid can come around sometime this season, they got a competent team, bro.
But y'all heard what I was saying.
Tyrese
Though.
Maxey silly.
He 26-7 right now.
His
Donovan
ceiling
Mitchell?
depends on how healthy can Joel be.
26-7 on the
he
what?
needs to-
Bottom 5 team?
They're not going to be a bottom 5 team this year.
You don't think so? What are you saying, Matt? Bottom 10?
Playing.
So bottom
They don't
10.
have. They don't have their pick. So just so we're clear, they don't have their pick. Their pick is going to.
No, I don't think
OKC.
I don't think they were tanking last year. I just think
you,
they suck.
you be saying that though,
Obviously
like, if you,
tanked. What?
if you don't have
No,
your
they just
pick, like
suck.
you can't
No,
still be
they didn't.
garbage.
They didn't
What do you
just
mean
suck.
they didn't suck?
Dude, they were in the play-in contention, and then they realized they weren't going to make the playoffs, and then they pulled the plug on the entire season. They were trying to be bad for the last 45 games. They
Sixers?
they free falled through the
They had no
standings.
choice.
No, they had choices. They had
So you mean to
choices.
tell me 40,
Because Yabusele was going to carry them to the playoffs?
Come on,
40
man.
games in, they decided let's tank.
Oh, it's a real question, bro. It's a real question.
Yes, they absolutely tanked. They
You mean
were
to tell me when they started off the season like what 1-10?
they weren't 1-10, were they?
There
No.
was some
They-
shit like that. They
They
was
didn't
horrible.
start great, yeah.
They didn't
Oh,
start
okay.
great, but they finished way worse.
Yeah, because it was a
Uh,
bad team.
Yeah, it sounds like that's just that's the
no.
story of a bad team from beginning to
It's
end.
No.
really trash. That's what I'm saying.
They
Not at all.
started the season. Bear with me. 1-3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2-7, 2-8, 2-9, 2-10, 2-11, 2-12,
Hang on.
Damn.
3-12, 3-13,
Remember there was a time
3-14, 4-14.
20
It was
wins
bad.
with 20 losses before they got 10 wins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I remember we was
okay,
doing the
hang
power
on.
rankings, and they had
Then they
the bottom.
picked it up a little bit in December, and then they went back to losing.
Come on, bro. Come on, Pig.
That's a trash. That's just a trash team. I don't
Yeah,
think
They
they
were
were tanking.
15 and
December they had a good
25.
month.
They
Yeah,
were
December
15
they
and-
had a good month. Yeah,
They were
that's what
15 and
They're supposed to get
25.
to all
then
that
they-
losing shit.
Okay,
15 and 25 is terrible.
15 and 25 is terrible, but salvageable. They were not losing in a row. They eventually went on to have a 9-game losing streak in February. Then they had a
What did they lose to?
12-game
Who
losing
was,
streak.
who was those 9 games they lost to?
I mean, they had a 10-game losing streak
Okay.
damn near to start the season. So
But
just
they didn't.
run it down, bro.
Okay, so 9-game losing streak was against who? It was against the Heat, the Pistons, the Bucks, the Raptors, the Nets, the Celtics, the Nets, the Bulls, and the Knicks.
all
Come
teams that
on
they
now.
probably supposed to lose to without Joel.
Come on, man. The Nets were horrible. The Raptors were horrible. They played the Bulls. They were bad. You're talking about non-playoff teams. It's not like they played a stacked schedule. And then later down the season, they lost to the Rockets. Okay, supposed to lose there. Lost to the Thunder,
That was
the
the Quentin
Spurs,
Grimes
the
game.
Hawks.
I
They
don't know
lost
if
to
you
the
remember that,
Pelicans
Joel.
and the Wizards back to back. Then they lost to the Heat, the Raptors, the Knicks, the Bucks.
Because
the
they a
Timberwolves.
garbage team, though, Pin. That's why.
Nah, they were trying to lose.
Well,
bro.
everyone was
Trust me.
shut down by that point. There
It
no
was an
people
open
looking at
secret they were
Messi.
trying to lose. The reason they were trying to lose is because if their pick landed outside of top 6, OKC would get it. So they had to get a bottom 6 pick. So when they realized that they weren't going to make the playoffs, they bottomed out. If you want to treat this team like a 24-win team, go ahead. They're not a 24-win
Well,
team.
I mean, when they wait, Pin. But when they realized they weren't going to make the playoffs,
Mhm.
that's right there the realization. Like we're just really bad. Like
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Well,
40
hold
games.
on. It wasn't just because of the
already lost a lot of games. Like our best players really hurt. We
That was it.
just signed Paul George to $50 million a year, and he can't stay healthy. I mean, like Paul George quit his podcast for a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Then Jerry McCain got
I
hurt too. right, when he
understand
was
what you're
quitting.
saying. I'm just saying, like
Bad
when you
PR
when
move,
you
by the way.
when you realize that Jared McCain goes out for the season, and that was the only good thing happening in your entire season early on, then you see Tyrese Maxey go out with an injury. Then you see Joel Embiid go out with an injury. Joel does not look like himself. I think the writing was on the wall that, hey, like the worst case scenario here is we make the play-in and we deliver a lottery pick to this to the OKC Thunder, but that pick protection goes back again this year, and I think it moves up to like top 4. So there's no way to protect your pick. So they have to be good. So they're trying to be good.
Even if they gonna try though, I still think they gonna be a bottom 10, like 10, 12 around there.
Yeah,
Like,
but you started at bottom 5. So now we're moving.
No,
in the
I
right
said they
direction.
were bottom 5 teams last year, and then you said they're gonna be better, and I said what?
Bottom 10 is better. Yeah, I mean, I think they're gonna be a play-in team. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't even know if they're gonna be a playing team. I don't understand their roster construction with all those liberty ass guards. And
Well, Jordan, if they're a bottom 10, if they're better than a bottom 10 team, they're playing by default.
no, I
A
think they're
bottom
gonna be
10 team
bottom
in the
10. I don't know about
league
better than
is
bottom
a
10.
play. Okay,
They could be worse.
A
than the bottom
bottom
10.
No, the East is weak. The West is strong. So if they're
But
a
they one of the
bottom
weakest
10
teams.
But Jordan, if
You don't
they're
think so?
let's just say hypothetically they're the 10th worst team in the league. Is that fair? Is that fair to say they're the 10th worst team in the league?
Yeah,
Well,
bottom 10.
Okay. So then that means that they're worse than probably two teams in the West, which is probably the Pelicans and the Jazz. I'm gonna be honest. There's nobody else that's necessarily worse than them in the West because the West is loaded.
Mhm.
That means they're better than 7 teams in the East. That's just math. 7 + 2, 9. So they're the 10th worst team. If you're the 8th worst team, if you're better than 7 teams in the East, you're playing by default. You get my point? That's
Yeah,
why
I
a
get
lot
your
of
point.
that's why a lot of trash teams
I
don't
mean,
make the
you can
playoffs
be in
this
a
year.
play-in and still be trash, but
Sure. Yeah, the Bulls are.
I
the
just
Bulls,
don't
the
think
Bulls
they're
are
a
gonna
good
do it.
team. I don't think their roster construction is really good either.
Are they okay? Are they better than the Bulls?
Probably so. The Bulls not really a good team either.
Better than the Hornets?
Oh, no, man. I think the Bulls might be better than the Sixers, yo.
I wouldn't be mad at it, but they're better than the Hornets. Yeah, they're better than the Hornets.
Bulls are better
For
than
now. Shit.
I mean,
But-
I guess it depends on how bad.
So you
think
like
Paul
their
George-
roster construction, Penn?
It's not that I like their roster construction per se, but it's like I'm not sleeping on everybody. If they bring back Quentin Grimes was hooping last year. VJ is. I have a lot of belief in VJ, and Jared McCain's a really good player, and Tyrese Maxey is an all-star. So and I personally think Paul George is better than people give him credit for right now. I think people just hating on Paul George. I think
He's hurt
still,
right now, though.
When's he gonna be hurt till?
I don't know. His knees hurt.
Till the end of time.
Ever.
That's another thing. Like his knee is hurt. Like so
when you win your mid-30s and your knees start to go, it's hard to recover from that, especially when you're expected to play in the NBA, which is
shit. My patella tendon is killing me right now, bro. I played 3-on-3 yesterday and I was getting tore up.
Well, Jordan, did you stretch before the 3-on-3? Did you warm up?
Oh, I did my little resistance bands with my knees. You do them little workouts with your knees. I did all that. This little white dude was torturing me. He making all these bullshit ass shots, so I got mad. So I went by his ass. Went to the goal, did a crazy layup. As soon as I landed, I regretted it.
Left hand?
For sure.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure. Motherfucker can't stop me going left. I'm not gonna change it up.
You knew it was gonna be.
I just want to say, Jordan, man, you're still young, bro. You still got a lot left in your body, man.
Allegedly young. Allegedly,
Right.
might be 50. We don't know.
Man,
he was born
man,
in,
all
he's
I'm
born
saying
in
is
California, and
I
all
never
those
had a
dudes be
patella
scamming
tendon
everybody.
injury before in my life. This shit is so painful.
California. Is
You know
most-
what they say about hooping after 50, Jordan.
What
mean,
is
That's
shit.
what they say.
I need to know. I'm almost there.
Shit, that dude told me he was 40. He was busting my
hurt.
ass.
You
I
should
got
pick up- you
pissed
should pick
off.
up
I'm like,
tennis.
man, I'm about to lock this shit up. Motherfucker ain't finna kill me.
They say you
He
should
was
play
getting
tennis.
shit off on me.
That's what they say.
Well, I'm just no good at it. I've been trying for a couple years to
Tennis?
at it. Yeah, but I'm just not good at it.
Hmm.
It's because I wanted to play tennis when I was a freshman. My pops wouldn't let me though.
Okay.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
It's a basketball house.
Oh damn! You can't even play other sports.
No, I was able to play football up until like the 9th, 10th grade. After that, it was we don't got time for that shit.
All right, y'all. We about to get into the crunch time super chat.
Thanks, man.
Salute to everybody that's in here. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Players Choice Show. Make sure if you are on Twitter, you shoot us some questions because tomorrow, well, we're going to need those questions because you guys are picking the topics for the TCL Total Chat Live. This means that the chat is dictating everything that we talk about tomorrow. We will have a 2-minute timer, 3-minute timer, 4-minute timer, depending on the questions that you ask or the amount of super chats that you send through. And we'll talk about every single topic that you guys want us to talk about. And speaking of which, tonight we are going to watch a hell of a game on playback for Throwback Thursday. It will be 6:30 p.m. Eastern time today. So make sure you on time, make sure you're ready to go, and make sure that you're ready for this narrative that's getting pushed tonight. Shout out Real Talk and shout out John D. Also, too, if you missed last night's episode of the Press Box, Go back and check it out. Shout out my man Juju Reacts. We had a good they had a big time guest on last night, Juju Reacts, and him and Old Head had a back and forth, but it was cool. Shout out Corey, shout out Juju, shout out Bama, shout out J Rob, shout out Swipe as well. All right, y'all. It has been Super Chat, so let's go ahead and read these. The first one is from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "Morning, guys. Am I the only one who kind of feels bad for Cam Reddish? The skills and the potential are there. I think it's a combination of how teams were using him and his own work ethic. What y'all think?"
I rarely ever feel bad for a grown ass man, so I don't feel bad for him. But shit, just the NBA, man. Opportunities, that's just really what it's about. It's a lot of players that can play. You just got to have the opportunity. And shit, he didn't make the best of his opportunity. This is the bottom line. And he got drafted high, so they gave him more opportunities than other people would get. So at that point, you can't blame nobody but yourself. To be honest with you,
gotta choose if you decide the same school. Sometimes you just gotta choose a better school. I know everybody wants to go to Duke, but Duke ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
he got busy at Duke though.
He got drafted. What?
I'm not saying he did not get busy.
I'm not saying that, Ron. What I'm saying is I like to bring up DeMarcus Nelson. I like to bring up DeMarcus Nelson because I was really, I used to be in the gym with him a lot. I was really close to that situation, knew his pops and all that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was like he could have went to Arizona State, you know what I mean, and been the man and been, and been averaging 20, you know what I'm saying, 20 something, I'm going. But the Duke, when you hear Duke, I can go to Duke, you go there, and then you got to fit into that role, or you know what I'm saying, it kind of, it can slow down your growth. It can slow down your process. You know what I'm saying? So I thought maybe Cam Reddish might have just picked the wrong school to go to.
Yeah, because maybe he would have stayed in college a little bit longer, and sometimes they help you out.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything about starting. I'm not saying that. I'm just. It's just. It's nothing to dig all deep into. I'm just saying that a lot of times, there's a lot of dudes that should go to a WCC school, and they hear a big school. Well, no, I'm saying a lot of kids should go to a WCC school. Okay. A really good mid-major type school. Instead, they're like, but I can go to Michigan. Okay, go to Michigan, bro. You know what I'm saying? And see how that helps and what that help does for your development and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to go and, you know what I'm saying, be on a solid team and beat a man. You know what I mean? Like Cam Reddish went up there. I agree. I don't think Cam Reddish looked all that great at Duke. You know what I'm saying? So
he definitely didn't. I mean, you shoot 39% from 2, you look real bad.
So I'm the only one that thought Cam Reddish was cooking at Duke.
No, he was all right. He was all right, but I
think he was bad.
He had some
expectations. He had a couple games that got like people buying back into the high school stuff, but
yeah,
overall,
you hear that, Ron? But you're a highlight merchant.
Here's my thing, though. That was the greatest show on hardwood that year. Yeah, everybody was watching that.
That's a fact. I know.
But what I do want to say though is, maybe he just wasn't that good. Maybe like the AJ DeBances of this world. Maybe the Ace Baileys of this world. Maybe we just hype high school players.
There is no way that you just put AJ DeBances into Cam Reddish.
We can get back to that because I know you're gonna want to. The same way you cooked Mars the same way you cooked Mars yesterday. I know you're gonna want to cook me for this, but let me just get this off though. Maybe we just hype all these high school players and they never turn out to be what we think they're gonna be. Michael Porter Jr.'s of this world. I know, okay, back surgery, cool.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Okay, but I'm saying even Zion. We hype these players in high school.
Shit, Ron, I don't know. We ain't hyping that shit.
I'm saying it's every single year. It is a player. It's a handful of players that we hype, and they never turn out to be what we think they're gonna be. And then it's some kid that was drafted 17, 31st, second round, who ends up being that. I'm saying it happens every year. And I'm saying this for AJ. Hey, I hope AJ pans out. But in 3 years, I'm not gonna be surprised if AJ is the next Cam Reddish. If AJ's Josh Jackson, if AJ's one of these guys that we just never see what I'm saying, Josh Jackson was
It-
supposed to be
it-
better
yo,
than Tatum.
It can happen to anybody, and AJ's
No,
not
it
exempt.
can.
AJ's not exempt. It
can.
can happen to anybody, and a lot goes into it. My thing about it is sometimes when you go to a school, like for instance, like we're talking about Duke, you're expected to already
a pro.
know this stuff. So
Yep.
it's like I'm not going back and teaching you all this stuff. So if you come here, you need to be at this level so we can
Yep.
go up here with it. You know what I
Duke
mean?
is a pro school.
And some people aren't there. Some people are just really good at basketball, but they're not that good.
They're
at
not ready.
basketball.
I'll
You
say
know
this
what I'm
though.
saying?
I'll say this though, Ox, because it's a kid, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on the kid because he's from Houston. He went to Bel Air High School, apparently a Mecca Okafor High School, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna
But,
say. I thought you was talking about Mecca.
But the Shelton kid that was supposed I always forget his first name. I think his first name might be Shelton. I don't remember. But he was supposed to go to Duke. He committed to Duke, right? Part of that is Jay Lucas, John Lucas' son. That's when Jay was on the staff at Duke. Jay ended up getting a job at Miami, and the Shelton kid ended up transferring to Miami. Part of it, and I was saying before he even went there, that's a bad move for him to go to Duke because he's just not a Duke kid. Like, he's a good player, he's big, he's strong, he's athletic, just not a Duke kid. Duke, you're expected to perform and to be ready to play like now and leave tomorrow. So going to a school like, for example, one of my close friends, Curran Roach. I don't know if y'all know him. He ended up going to UT. He got crazy bounce. We were teammates in high school. And UT is cool and all, but I felt like he probably should have went to a Florida State. He probably should have went to Cal. He probably should have went to a school that would develop him with less attention on you, but the same prestige. And you get developed into an NBA player, or you get developed into, somebody that's going to show you like, hey, this is where you fit in the NBA. At schools like UT, at schools like Duke, they don't really know where you're going to fit into the NBA. They just know you're supposed to go, and you're supposed to go high. And sometimes you don't get that proper development. Florida State is a really sleeper school. They didn't put out so many top 5 picks, top 7 picks. Very underrated school. I think a lot of kids should try to look into schools like that, though.
Well, at all those levels, in any school, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of kids turn their nose up to schools that ain't ACC or whatever. But the thing about it is, it happens at so many levels. Like, like for instance, if I'm getting with a kid or doing a camp or something, right, and it's supposed to be like the 13 to 16-year-olds or whatever. When I got the drills, I got the plan laid out for what we're working on today. I'm not planning on going back and teaching y'all how to drive left and how to pass up. Like, no, we're already right here. If you can't do this stuff, you're in the way. You can't be here. You got to go with the younger group. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going back for you.
That's
you know what I'm saying? That's you slowing down. If you can't, you're 13, 14 years old. You can't dribble with your left hand. You can't be in this group. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just dumbing it down to where I'm at with it. Now imagine where Coach K and them dudes is at with it when they're like, whoa, what are you doing? You can't do that, bro. You are getting in the way. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
And you can be a really good basketball player, but you need to know this terminology. You need to know where to be on defense. If my assistants got to stop and put you in the right place, you wasn't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
What's up, bro?
And I'll say this too, because like I was at Baylor the other day, or like a couple weeks ago, and was talking to Coach Drew, and Coach Drew is an underrated coach. Coach Drew is always putting guys in the lottery, and with Coach Drew, like we asked him like he a transfer, and this is what he said: all of them transfers. He like all of them transfers. Like you only gonna get them for a year, but it's like Drew is a documented, coach that won a national championship. He has history of putting guys in the league, but development too, though. What about his development of developing players, that stick around for a little bit that maybe wasn't supposed to stick around? So you overlook a place like Waco, Texas, because you want to go play in the limelight at Duke, or you want to go play in the limelight at Kentucky, but the development is over there. Go get developed. That's my thing. And I just feel like Cam Reddish never got developed. That's what I think. I don't think he ever got developed.
I think it's his mindset too. I think it's his mindset as well. Like he probably walked in thinking he was going to be a star, right?
Yeah.
And I just think his shot selection.
So too.
RJ Barrett was there, Ron.
You shoot 29. You shoot 39% from two. next to two of the best players in the country.
No, you said walking in, Penn. We talking about coming in.
Okay, before he stepped on a Duke campus, yes, he was that dude. And honestly, if he'd gone to a team, if he gone to a conference like out west, if he gone to a mid major,
Big 12,
maybe some of those
Texas Tech would have been a hell of a school for Cam.
Hang on, maybe some of those flaws would have been hidden for a bit, because maybe in that situation he get more of the shots that he's used to, as opposed to shots manufactured for him.
Yeah.
But now when you go to Duke and you're playing with all these great players, you got to be a role player, because you're not going to be a star over RJ and you're not going to be a star over Zion. So you the third dog at the bowl, right?
And that's how they're going to see you too, man. That's how they're going to see you.
Well, hang on, because that's not always true. Devin Booker came off the bench.
Yeah, but he wasn't a role player when he came off the bench, though.
Scotty Barnes came off the bench.
Well, he's a role player.
He's not a role player. He's a franchise player.
I could compare Cam to James Young without getting it.
Yeah.
See, I know how to jump in. Like
James Young was supposed to be that too, but once again,
he played with too many guys.
How many cats that you done seen was supposed to be that?
He played with 7 guys that went to the NBA.
And I trained James Young. I helped him with his transition to Israel. I got him back got him prepared to get back in the league.
Yeah,
because when he went to Israel, when he came back, he signed with New York. Not everybody, he went to Kentucky with all them heads over there. He wasn't,
I heard he was one of the most talented players at Kentucky at that time too. I heard Aaron Harrison telling that story. He said, "Bro, that was probably the most talented teammate that I didn't play with." For sure.
He was with Rock Nation. So when he played in Israel, Rock Nation had me go over there and train him for a month. So I got him right. He ended up leading the Israeli league in scoring. Came back, signed with the Knicks. And, sometimes, but on the court, he probably one of the most talented players I ever seen. Skill development, playing when he shot. Same thing with Cam, though. Cam can hoop.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just mentality, man. Like, you go to them Dukes, you go to them Kentuckys, you go to them, you following the Michigan State even, you following them rows. And then you go to the league and you still trying to adapt to the league and what they want from you, but you get caught up,
Yeah, that's why I appreciate
transition too. Like being in high school 1 year and then being in the league 2 years later.
Yeah,
that's a different ballgame. But this why
how do you transition to that?
But this why I appreciate Kyan going to Syracuse, not going to a star-studded team. Syracuse got a good team, by the way, but him going to Syracuse, obviously his dad went there too, but you get time to develop, you get time to play a certain way where people can see you in a certain light. Like I was saying about with Cam Reddish being a role player, that's how the NBA saw him. They didn't see him as Cam Reddish coming out of high school. They saw him as a role player. Same with James Young. They saw James Young as a role player. Then they draft you and you can adapt to that.
So with James specifically, he came in with Marcus Smart. And that was before Tatum and the other boy. That was before them. So James Young was supposed to be them. He came in. He was supposed to be a superstar. But the requirements of being a superstar, we talking about this is $1 billion industry. Like, if your off the court shit ain't right, if your mentality ain't right, if your discipline ain't right, you got people. This is $1 billion industry. You got people watching you all the time. You know what I'm saying? So unless you just some incredible, amazing talent where they just don't care, like Zion.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Or Anthony Edwards, because they off the court. I'm not gonna say they're off the court. They got whatever they got going on, but
they got don't forget Ja too. Put Ja Morant in that motherfucker too, boy.
Yeah, but if you coming in and you still got holes in your shit, you can be replaced. James is supposed to be a superstar.
But Trey, it's tough not to have holes in your game
Zion,
when you are 18 one year, and then the next year
be a hell of a team.
You 19 in the league. I guess you got to be different. You got to be one and done for real. You got to be cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, but I blame circumference. I blame the people around you. Now with all this NIL shit and all that, the motivation ain't the same. You know, it's like now you got parents involved trying to place you. They become business people instead of being supporters. Instead of people like really trying to guide you the right way off the court. They just like, shit, go here to get the bread, go there to get the bread. They become business people. They almost become the new agents. So the agent's incentive is just to get you money. Whereas they're not putting you, I'm not going to say everybody, but some people won't put you in around the right people to get you mentally right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that happened to James, but shit, like if his mental was right and if he had, and I came too late, you know what I'm saying? So if he had the right,
at the very least, to what you're saying, at the very least, like James at least supposed to be still in the NBA, still like contributing. Like he could play a Jordan Clarkson role. Like he could play so many
Kennard's not better
roles.
than James Young.
No,
I'm saying that partially because they both left-handed, but Luke, and I got love for Luke too. But Luke Kennard not better than James Young.
No, he's not better than James.
James Young could go play that role right now. He might not shoot as good, but he got.
You know what though? And this is funny because I was just having this conversation with my homeboy, right? And you know, he was talking about like how like certain players that get out the NBA, they don't make it in the Euro League and shit like that because he like, bro, they just don't know how to prove themselves. Like they don't know how to grind. And I'm like, you know, this shit is foreign to him because my homeboy wasn't always the best shit. He had to work for it. Like he grew up in the trenches working every day to be All-American at Baylor, to be, you know, one of the best players in Europe. So he like, when they sent me to Russia, he went to Russia. He like, when they sent me to Russia, I'm like, shit, I'm about to bust their ass. They talking about I can't play in the Euro League. Shit. And he went over there and bust their ass, and he like, bro, a lot of times people can't. Like, we just came to the conclusion that if you always been giving shit your whole life and you was always that top dog, it's hard for you to come back and get that mentality right to like, bro, I'm gonna prove this shit to you and I'm gonna show you. It's like they think I already showed you, so I don't have to, you know, I don't have to show you any different. I don't have to grind. Like people don't know in Europe, like it's rare that you can just leave a league and go to the Euro League. Like, nah, they'd be like, you got to go get Euro League experience, European experience. Right. And they can't handle it. And they end up just going to Korea, settling for a little bag, or like going to China, they just get the bag, which is cool. But they give you the bag in Europe too. If you prove it.
That Chinese bag way bigger than that European bag.
That's a fact. And your market goal, boy, you getting 50,000 followers off the rip.
Yeah, like, that shit nasty.
But they don't respect the Chinese. They don't respect the Chinese league though. They don't respect that. So, you know.
But I hear what you're saying. Like a lot of NBA, like if you go to a university, you cater to, like your whole mindset, meals, where you live at, everything. So sometimes players forget to be an adult.
Yeah,
you know, and they get overseas. They like Dennis Smith. He went to Real Madrid. I don't know what happened over there.
I don't know either. Dennis cool dude too, bro.
Yeah, he good guy.
I don't know what happened.
And a lot of times when people, they don't understand that grind, where you got Bilal, you know, you got your man who playing at Olympiacos. He went over there. Yeah, he on point. And he had to do it the whole way through, and he probably could play in the league. Yeah. So people don't understand the discipline that come with basketball as a whole. And then when we talking about the league, like you got to be, especially now, these new CBAs coming up, you know what I'm saying, in a couple of years, like you really got to be on point. Then you got these European kids and you got these Africans and all that. Like if you ain't on point, you obsolete. Like you know.
They can replace you. They trying to replace you every year. Like it's a new 60
every year.
That's to me the most like intimidating factor like in this whole shit. Like it's a new 60. Really, you got to say a new 80 because it's 60 that's gonna get drafted and then they're gonna sign 20. So
let me tell y'all something. It's a dude who just got drafted. It's first of all 7 French dudes who got drafted this year, right? 7 or 8. One of them, he got drafted by Orlando. So I'm at the Nike gym in Paris. That's where I'm at right now in Paris. So I'm in there. I'm doing a little training and shit. The boy come down, the one who got drafted in Orlando, he looking at me, he like, because, you know, I ain't going to say I'm a celeb, but, you know, everybody know me out here. He come downstairs. He showed me text. He been calling me out one-on-one since he was 15 years old.
That's crazy.
Right. I put it on IG not that long ago. He like, bro, I've been calling you out since 2000, whatever. So I'm like, that was you? He was like, yeah, bro, I just got drafted by Orlando. He said, I've been watching all your videos because I work with Matias Azor. He said, I've been studying all your shit. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if it wasn't for me working, I never would have got nominated for the Naismith if it wasn't for European basketball.
Yeah. But that's a grind, though. That's a grind.
I never would have been, I'm the NBA technical director of the year. I never would have got that opportunity if it wasn't for the culture embracing me like how it has. In the US, it's too much. I don't want to say it's too much money involved, but it's too much superficial.
Yeah, it's literally Hollywood.
Yeah, because I don't want to take nothing away from different trainers on Instagram and shit like that. That ain't even my style, like the Instagram shit. I'll be putting on my comics and video games and shit. But sometimes it takes away from the quality of work. And people and it takes away from people who actually know their craft. And I'm gonna be totally honest, for me, France, Australia, Israel, Japan, all these other places, I took over them markets. And that's what gave me the opportunity to have the platform I have, and the players listen to it. Like, I got a big part of the European growth. But if I tried to do this shit in the States, people would have been like, "Oh, he's just another."
And they're gonna be trying to like hate on you. They're gonna be trying to do some weird ass shit that is like, bro, why you doing that? Like, bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, it don't be about the craft. It be about
it's the show. It's all about the show. It's all about the show.
It be about the show.
And now, I know I'm king now. Like, I'm number one now, but it's because of you.
Hey, Trey, how long until Paris takes over as the basketball hub?
So, the NBA is starting to expand.
Yeah.
So, Paris, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but, the Olympiacos, the Real Madrids, Maccabi Tel Aviv, the Paris Baskets, there's a lot of different teams interested in being a part of the NBA. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how far
it's going to be hard, though. I don't know how that shit going to work.
No, I disagree, because, like, the same flight from New York to LA is the same flight from Paris to New York. It's about 6 hours.
Yeah, but what about the flight from Houston to Israel?
So, like, let's say, but those, you can West Coast it. So, like, let's say, it might end up hitting Japan. They experimenting right now. So if you West Coast it, they can go to Japan. A hub might be Hawaii. That's halfway. Like, and transportation getting a little faster. Like, it's a lot of ways that they can do it. But what I'm more concerned about is, will the American players take over the European players? That's what I'm concerned about. Because if the NBA,
so now so the EuroLeague is just filled with American players, is what you're saying?
So, like, let's say if the
European leagues?
let's say if the NBA come to Europe, will it be a limit on how many American players? So will it be European basketball?
I mean, but the EuroLeague will still exist, though.
But once that NBA get over there, you're gonna have your diehard core fans.
Yeah.
But I think that's the difference between Eminem and Obi Trice, if y'all old enough.
I know who Obi Trice and Eminem is.
I think
sure.
That's the difference. So once that NBA get over there and it become functional, and we got the NBA schools over there now, I don't
know, man. That's
the big teams from the EuroLeague. Like I said, Real Madrid, like, if they join forces.
Yeah, but I don't know, because I like the EuroLeague expanding too. Like, I like the EuroLeague, growing as well, maybe to prevent the NBA from doing what they're gonna do. But
the money too big. Like,
yeah, the
highest paid players in the EuroLeague, let's say Mike James, let's say Matias, $8 million. We talking about $500 million. We talking about $300 million for 4 years.
Man.
Like, so you take a European player, and he got the opportunity to play for Hapoel Tel Aviv, or he get to play for Maccabi Tel Aviv, and they part of the NBA. The M's look a little different, and that's for the whole industry, though. That, like, what do Cleveland do for the city of Cleveland? What do Memphis do for the city of Memphis? So imagine, because, like, when I was at NBA Paris, I had to scout Wemby and shit like that. I was at NBA Paris every year. Like, that shit was sold out. Like, so now they doing Australia, now they doing Japan, now they doing the UK. They testing the markets. Like, the NBA, that shit unstoppable. We got NBA schools.
For real.
Yeah, that shit a beast. Like,
they got some good basketball players in the UK.
Nah, but look, no, Mars, y'all shit whack.
You ain't gonna tell me. You ain't
I was
gonna
about to
tell
say,
me.
boy, I don't know.
But that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
though,
like
because
that.
you would think
The
you
UK
would
is
think
actually
basketball would
good.
be popping over there.
No, the basketball is actually good, but from what I understand, it's too much behind the scenes shit going on, like with the league. But the 2 years ago, the men's came in second place in the Euro Cup, and the women's won the Euro Cup. It's
You
just
talking about is it the
London
Tigers
Lions.
or the Lions, Mars? The
the
Lions?
Lions,
The
the London Lions.
Lions.
Oh, okay.
But from what I understand, it's a lot of bullshit going on in the league. So you would,
I
like
knew
you said, you would
I
think
knew a
the
guy
UK
that
would
played
be
with the
popping.
London Lions.
Yeah.
But he was
So-
from Canada, I think. I think he was from Canada.
But no, this NBA shit, it's animal, man. Like once it's over here, like I'm not gonna say the EuroLeague gonna disappear, because I'm a big advocate for the EuroLeague. Like I'll be doing my little videos with them and all, but this NBA shit,
You just can't compete with
That's
it.
crazy.
This shit
It's
an
too
animal.
much. It's too much bread.
animal.
It's just
dog.
way
Payne, I
too
know
much.
let you know that's crazy.
Dubai, they just got a club. They got a
Yeah,
club
yeah.
now too in the EuroLeague.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
two-
they got some
two-
guys on there too.
I got
Paul
squad.
joining the EuroLeague. I tell you, my homeboy, then them boys that got to the EuroLeague. My homeboy won the Euro Cup MVP in the finals. So boy, they're gonna be solid. They're gonna be solid with Paul going there, even though they might not play in Israel, but
Yeah,
I'm interested to see how Paul and Dubai both look this year.
I'm too. Like, but like, think of it like this: what if
Paul getting messages is
what if
tough.
y'all could play in Greece? What if Joker could play in Serbia?
Yeah, he ain't playing for no Denver Nuggets if I can play with.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not playing. He's not doing that.
That's the. You got to look at it from that.
Damn, basketball will be really, really connected though. Like really, I don't know if people want basketball to be that connected. Like you think people really want that connection? Like,
See, but you looking at it from just a basketball standpoint. The NBA not competing with the EuroLeague, Euro Cup, Champions League. They competing with soccer.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Look at it from that, because soccer is unified.
Okay, I get what you're saying on that one.
Yeah, they're not worried about them. They want basketball. The NBA is trying to unify it all to be the number one sport.
When soccer is the number one sport. I get what you're saying now.
Right.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Right.
So you're saying they're trying to get to the biggest markets in the world? They're trying to get to all the hubs.
Yeah, because it's a lot of resistance with the EuroLeague and Euro Cup and all that because of.
That makes sense though. If I'm the EuroLeague, I'm like, yo, y'all like this ain't y'all block.
No, they do that. No, that's how the EuroLeague is though.
We're not gonna let y'all come trap with our block.
But is it about basketball or is it about your corners? You see what I'm saying? So you got to look at it, because we already carrying that narrative that European basketball is better than us, even when they losing. That narrative is going around, whatever. Like, but is it that with that narrative, it takes away from the sport of basketball. You don't hear people from the UK saying they better than people from Brazil. You don't see Messi, or you don't see Ronaldo not playing in certain countries.
Mars, you don't think you're better than the Brazilians?
What?
You from the UK? He said people from the UK don't think they're better than the Brazilians. I just
football.
Well, Brazil now is kind of trash, but like historically,
historically, right?
Yeah, historically, no, England doesn't come close to Brazil.
And people in the past, people in the future respect the past. And basketball, it ain't like that. Like
soccer don't have a team in the States though, as far as like like I know they got American soccer here, but they don't have they don't travel to the States.
The US just hosted the Club World Cup like a month ago.
Oh, okay. But do they have like the how
the World Cup is in the US next year?
But you know how like Fenerbahce or all of those teams have like soccer teams, you know what I mean? Like Fener had their own soccer club. They don't play teams in the States, is what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, because they play Champions League, European. It's like the EuroLeague, but for football. It's the biggest competition.
So basically, we would turn it, but y'all from that format, soccer got USA, and then they got different countries. For basketball, how would we do it? Is what I'm kind of asking. Like, how would we do that for basketball?
So if it was me, like first and foremost, we got to figure out who gonna play where.
Yeah.
Because I remember I was chopping up DeMar DeRozan not that long ago. We was talking about it. Who who gonna play where? How would the teams make sense? Right? Like, so you would have to create another conference almost, so that it would be a European conference.
Okay.
That's, or you would
3
have
conferences.
okay. Yeah, or it would have to be like a East-West type thing, and Europe is a part of the East, because the East always is weak. So yeah, so you might have to start spreading stuff out a little bit, and it depends on how many teams. Like if you only got 3 European teams, if you got Paris, if you got Real Madrid, and if you got the team for Olympiacos, that's not really that far from New York.
Right. Okay, I got you.
That's not really that far from Miami. That's not really that far from Memphis. It's kind of far from Memphis, but it's, you know, and you just got to work out the logistics. And then now I heard they might lessen the games. So now more games are a lot more important. You know what I'm saying? So it don't require back and forth. You know what I'm saying? If it's 60-something games in the league or 50-something games in the league, now the games are a lot more important.
I would accept, as a basketball fan, I would accept them lowering the games if they added European teams. I would accept that. Now, if they don't, I'm not accepting that shit. I don't care. I don't want that to happen. But if they're gonna add a European teams, I'm cool with 60 games or
You'd
50,
have to
even if
because of
it's
the
50
travel,
games.
no? You'd have to lower the games.
Yeah,
You'd have to lower the games because of the travel. Like,
Yeah, and I would want those games to be very meaningful. I wouldn't want a team to go to motherfucking Paris and beat trash because they didn't feel like playing today. Like, no, like I want that shit to be meaningful. Cause like, I don't know, Mars, if you ever been to a EuroLeague game or a Euro Cup game, regardless, or even a smaller games, them fucking games is meaningful. Like
all of them.
Turkish League, meaningful, like serious.
You know, Paris Basket, the owner, I think he used to be the GM for the Memphis Grizzlies. The way they run it is structured like an NBA team. They got skill development coaches. They got proper weight room. They got extra facilities for training and stuff like that. Like Paris Basket is the perfect example of an NBA team not being in the NBA. They went from Pro B.
They are. You're right. You're right too. They even play that way too. The way they play.
The way they play. So that goes to show
the guards they got too.
Yeah, and little ass guards. TJ Shorts, he feed.
Short's so damn nice, bro. Short's nice, bro.
But in my mind, that go to show how much better the NBA is better than the EuroLeague. Because like, look at the evolution of Paris Basket that's ran by an NBA team. So now if you take the DeMar DeRozans over there, like the ones who on their way out, I don't want to say DeMar on his way out, but like players who
older.
We get what you're saying.
A little older. And they start going over there and they start cooking and they bringing in the crowds and stuff like that. Now it's going to be competitive. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and I
mean, to a sense, they kind of already doing that because they starting to get guys that didn't tag along in the NBA, but like had special talents, but just didn't tag along in the NBA, and like they going over there,
going Kendrick Nunn, going
killing shit. I know I could be biased, but I'm not really biased. I'm dead ass serious. Like my homeboy was like that with her pole. He left Fenner, went to her pole, and now they in the Euro League. Like like that shit happens. Like, so
big fellow who played for Phoenix, who looked like the football player.
Okay,
like he over there killing.
You said the football player.
He looked like a football player. He husky as hell, light skinned. He like Phoenix.
I get what you're saying, but is it so easy to get a guy like a DeMar DeRozan who has a young daughter to just move over to Europe and play there for a couple of years? Is that super easy?
Depends on where he playing at.
And it, money right.
I mean, she can go too, can't she?
Yeah. And if the money right, it's always about the bread. They don't have a salary cap in the Euro Cup. I mean, the Euro League either.
And it all depends on the person though. Like DeMar DeRozan, like I've had a whole NBA career. I got enough money. I don't need to go.
We just talked about this the other day.
He also might be like, I just want to hoop.
That's true. We just talked about the differences between FIBA and NBA basketball just the other day. We're talking about like some of the aging goes away in FIBA, right? The advantages of youth, I think, can be masked a little bit better. So I love the idea that, okay, fine. Maybe Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Domantas Sabonis, these guys, when they hit 36, 37. Yeah, the whole we just move it with Keon Ellis, Keegan Murray.
Scotty Barnes, Scotty Barnes would be a hell of a EuroLeague player.
Probably so.
So take like Isaiah Thomas.
He should have been went over there, bro.
Exactly.
He should have been went over there.
But his thing might be what Penn says, because I know Isaiah, he got 3 kids.
But this is my point. Players like that, he not going to play overseas basketball because he a little bit too good.
Yeah.
Got a family.
Maybe Trey, maybe, but I will say this: he can come over here. They're gonna change the way he play, and I think it's gonna frustrate him because
I don't know though.
Because
everything TJ
Kemba Walker.
But Kemba Walker was already done. Kemba was already done. Like Kemba
I think Isaiah already done.
No.
Them dudes hurt though. Them dudes be hurt.
Michael Beasley be
the thing
hooping in
is
Europe,
that
yo.
the incentive for
They don't play
Kemba
like
Walker
that.
Hooping in the NBA, you gave him the opportunity.
Kemba Walker went out the way
No.
he wanted to go out, and I think he just wanted to go to Monaco to have a good time. Isaiah Thomas still want to play, and he still he was just in Greece at their NBA school. I think that Isaiah, if it became, he's not going to play for a European team, but he would play for a European NBA team.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well, I was, a couple weeks ago, I had said something. I think like the really good European dudes, I think amongst themselves and even amongst their people back at home, they should have some type of pact like that where they're like, yo, when we get 33, we going home. You know what I'm saying? Like we gave our 20s to America. You know what I'm saying? Let's go give the rest of our prime to our people. You know what I'm saying? Let them enjoy watching us play. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see Jokic, Luka, Giannis, all them top dudes.
Go back to the crib.
Swipe the punch in the air right now.
Take it home at 33, 34 years old. You know what I'm saying? You get 3-4 years to play in front of your people, build it up out there. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot more people in America pay attention if they found out that
definitely.
Jokic is playing over there at 33, 34 years old. Yeah, they would love to do that. And you know what I'm saying? I know there's whatever it is, but once you make so much money over here and more, and not even so much just the money, but just the pride. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't be surprised if KD went and did it. I wouldn't be surprised if KD.
Yeah, that would be cool if KD
did
it. I would like that, but it's not. I don't hit the same as Jokic doing it. Luka
going back to Serbia.
It would be easier to do this with South America. I think it would be a lot easier to do this with Brazil, Argentina, Mexico. It's a lot easier to do it with them because you're still on the same time zone. It's just hard for people. Like I say this as a
that
European.
Shit hard for me, Pen. I ain't gonna lie.
I say this as a European kid who used to have to stay up when I was a kid and like watch basketball games on tape delay. Like that shit was like 5 a.m. So it's just like I can't imagine Americans doing that.
That shit, Pen, I ain't gonna lie. That's one of the things. That's part of the reason why I don't like. I could travel to Europe a lot. Part of the reason why I don't, bro, is the fucking process. Like I got to get acquainted to how the sleep, the time zones, the fucking long game, like that shit.
Yeah, jet lag.
Bro, I could literally fly to fucking Europe a lot, but I be thinking about this, bro. I don't feel like getting on them 12-hour flights. I don't feel like
12 hours.
15,
6
12,
hours.
13, it's 12, damn near 13 hours to get to like.
Where are you at?
Shit.
Where are you at?
Houston.
Oh, my bad. Never mind.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm East Coast.
Yeah.
I only think in terms of East Coast times.
No, hell no. I'll be like, bro, I gotta get adjusted to this bullshit ass time zone. Like, I'm waking. Like, at one point, bro, I was in Turkey. I never saw the sun. Like I never saw. Like, I'm waking up. It's fucking pitch black. Like, goddamn.
Well, given what you were doing in Turkey, I understand why you didn't see the sun.
But yeah, that's
yeah.
But you got to look at it from this perspective. Look how many skill coaches thinking exactly like how you thinking, and not understanding it's a market wide open, and you getting paid in euros.
Yeah. Oh no. If that was the case, if that was the case, that was an opportunity for me. I'm jetting a day. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. But the thing is like, let's say how I started off, because I still hoop. I just went to the gym. Like, okay, now, I'm, like I said, I'm number one, I'm the king and all that shit. But that shit started off by just me going to a gym and just hooping a little bit. Like when I first started my company 7 years ago, it was just me hooping. And then people it ain't like that in America. Like you can't go to no LA Fitness and then become a world-class coach. But over here, it's so limited. So imagine that like you got the energy for that. Like I believe you'll come over here, all y'all, Ox too. Y'all come over here and make bread. Like y'all come over here and kill it. But
yeah, well, I mean, shit, that's a lot of the reason why I went down to Mexico.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I started going down there, because I experienced that when I was in Australia. I was making a lot of money just training in Australia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I realized that when I went there, and then so when I came home, and that's how come I went back to I went down to Mexico, because in America it was tough. It was tough, you know, starting out. And I was in Northern California. I wasn't even in Sacramento, so it was like, you know, it's even less of a pool to choose from. So we was still getting kids and stuff, but everybody want to be a skills trainer out here, and it's like,
yeah.
It's not even about quality, because you got to remember, like, most of the parents don't know if you're teaching their kid good shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just kind of there like, oh well, yeah, my kid got a trainer. They don't know what you teaching. Like, you know what I'm saying? I pride myself in what I teach kids, bro. Like, when I'm teaching kids, I'm teaching you what you need to know to be a good basketball player. I'm not here to be, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a little different.
Hey, Trey, you know what? You right, because when I went to Turkey last year, and I went to one of the Fenner coaches, bro. He was a coach, bro. He was asking me to train his son, and he a coach.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, dog.
He like, yo, can you come to the gym? I'm like, bro, I think he do the skill development for Fenner.
Yeah. You know, Chute Mateo.
Kids need to hear different voices, though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's hard to train your own kids.
Y'all know who Chute Mateo is, huh?
I don't.
Nah, I'm not familiar.
So he one of the biggest coaches.
Familiar.
Yeah, he was Real Madrid's coach last year.
He just got fired.
Okay. I know you're talking about that.
He one of the he still is one of the biggest coaches in Europe. Probably gonna go down in the Hall of Fame. This, that, and other. A year ago, I had to do a coaching clinic with him, and he came up to me and he was like, "I don't even know this one-on-one shit and how it makes sense and this, that, and other. How can it connect with European basketball?" And what I'm trying to help y'all understand is that we got a different perspective of basketball that we could bring to the table that sometimes Europeans, Australians, Japanese, these other cultures don't understand. Like, you really got to see, like, okay, I'm arrogant as hell. I feel like I'm the GOD, all that shit. But y'all got to look at my journey. Like, I played small college basketball. So at the end of the road, to be the NBA director of Europe and in the Naismith Hall of Fame nomination and a finalist, I believed in my craft. And it's because people like you saying, man, I ain't trying to get on that flight.
Yeah, no, I don't want to get on that flight for vacation. I'm getting on that shit for work any day, for sure.
Yeah. Or I ain't trying to see, because Ron, you just gave it a great perspective, like corners. I'm coming up. I'm just a different guy, but I'm coming to see what's over there. I'm coming to get that. And that's why, because you very well could be a better trainer than me, for real. I don't know. Like, I think Phil Handy a better trainer than me. Now the world say I'm number one. I'm gonna accept that, but you know, shit. Hey, this is the only time y'all gonna hear me saying anything about humility. But I think Phil, Phil
be teaching, man. Phil plugged in with you.
Even to that point earlier, though, with what Jordan was saying, Mars. That's what I was when I called your name. Yeah, it's a lot of sorry ass trainers. The same way we got sorry ass basketball players, it is a lot of. Shout out to Ben Simmons, but it is a lot of trainers that are Ben Simmons of this world.
Right. So
what do you mean by that?
And the ones that's Ron, and the ones that's like high, that people think is high level. Like, bro, I be looking at that shit. I be like, bro, that's really garbage, bro. Like I ain't gonna say no names because it ain't necessary, but y'all know the realm I'm talking about. That shit is trash, bro. Like,
I don't know what you're talking about, Jordan. You
know what realm I'm talking about. And Ron already said Ben Simmons, so you plug the dots. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Haters gonna hate, man.
That shit is garbage, bro. Like I don't give a shit. Like, who pull up, watch it. What are they learning? How does it translate to the game?
It's a popularity, even amongst the NBA players. It's a popularity thing. I'm training with this guy. You see me? Look, all season.
It's like, bro, but that don't translate. Like, bro, I ain't even gonna say the player because it's not even necessary, and I respect him as a player. But I see a certain somebody working on dribbling out of the corner, going between his legs and shooting threes and shit. And I'm like, bro, your ass sit in the corner all fucking game. You never gonna ever do that shit. Why you doing that?
But the problem is that, especially in America, everybody trying to make bread. It's a difference between a specialist and a trainer. I'm a specialist. I'm not trying to teach people how to be one-on-one guys, or not one-on-one, but a point guard or a shooting guard.
Yeah.
I'm doing my one-on-one shit. That's my craft. But the
Right.
other difference is that I can prove my shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let's say a player or a trainer say, okay, like I'm on some Bruce Lee shit. If somebody say my shit whack, okay, let's play ones. That's the difference between me and everybody else. That's why I don't have no problems. You don't never see nothing on social media about, oh man, nothing. Because
I rock with that trainer from bro, he from China. Fuck, his name is he be on that little CB hoops page shit. I forgot his shit, bro. He's solid. It's some trainers that's solid. Like I pay attention to all the trainers. I pay attention to all of them.
You know Eric from E4.
If I see it, I probably would know it. I'm tapped in with a lot of the trainers. Like I didn't learn a lot of shit.
No, that's Case and Wallace's trainer.
Aaron Miller trained Case and Wallace too, though. And his brother, and Keaton. Because Aaron Miller be out here.
And it's a lot of great trainers out here, especially.
He's an athletic trainer.
But I think
Aaron Miller skills
new era, especially, is to prove your shit. It's to really say, because there's too many people out here just being ball boys and they taking pictures with NBA players, and all of a sudden they become.
That's his name, Bassy Pro.
Yeah,
that's his name.
Yeah, but you know, it's a lot of trainers out here that's acting like how barbers used to act and shit. It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about it. But what I'm saying is, I don't know how y'all feel about it. But I ain't never been like. I thought it was always weird. So forgive me if y'all like this. But when you the type of trainer that's like, oh, you was working out with him, like a lot of trainers be like, you can only work out with me. Don't work out with nobody else.
That don't bother me at all.
They'll be upset if they heard you was in the lab with another trainer.
No, don't bother me at all. I tell them, bro, you need to hear different people though. You need to hear. Yeah. Sometimes you need to hear different perspectives. Like Trey was just saying, like when you like in Europe, we offer a different perspective to them.
Right.
Than it's here. I feel especially with young kids. Like now hit me out. If your trainer telling you to do some bullshit and you in the motherfucking 7th grade and you working on step backs and you can't make a motherfucking left hand layup or a right hand layup, something fundamentally wrong. Also, your ass should be working on your game at home too, though. So it's that part of it too. But I'm seeing too many kids work on Trey, for example. He a specialist with pros. I'm seeing too many kids got 75 dribble combinations, but then you put them out there on a motherfucking 5-on-5 and they can't function because they don't know how to just rip through one dribble pull up, rip through, get to the basket, rip through, swing pass. They don't know how to pass the ball. Kids don't even know how to pass. Like, it's so sad. Sometimes I'll be like, bro, you don't know how to throw a chest pass? Why the fuck is your chest pass like this? So I know how to go between the legs 75 times though.
I'm gonna help you with this. A lot of trainers, they sign the big ones, the mid-tier ones, that's what you're talking about. But the top tier ones, like Olin and all them, they sign with agencies. So they have to find specific people. Like Olin.
Well, I'm not even talking about at that top level. I'm talking about just even as you know, trainers that's training in the youth and everything, you know. But I understand when it's about that, when it's about like what I'm signed to, you know, that's a part of just being a professional. There's a lot of things in your contract you can't do, and you know what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand it, but I definitely understand when it comes to that. Like I could dig that. I'm just talking about just
I'm talking about like Tracy, I'm talking about the mid tier, like the low, like that shit.
Yeah, like you said, it should be different perspectives. It should be, but everybody want to be the man. Everybody want that picture with that NBA guy. Everybody want to get that. You know, like
only person I really take pictures with for real that I train is my homeboys because we grew up together. That shit is a story for me. That's really it. I don't really like to me, I'm not thinking, let me get this video with you while I'm training you. Or while like I'm not thinking about that. I'm just trying to get this shit done to like make sure this shit is gonna help you. Like that's it.
But it is the ultimate proof of concept, right? Like if you are Cam Boozer's trainer and you've been training him since he was in grade 7. Yeah, I mean, part of it is genetics. Part of it is his dad. Part of it is money. Part of it is whatever. Part of it, the fact that he's an athletic freak. But yeah, part of it is you got clout. You got a little bit of clout there, right? You get, you know, I'm Cam Boozer's trainer. Like shit, I've been training him since he was grade 7. I will say this though. I know a lot of trainers. I know a lot of trainers.
What is clout though? What is clout in this world?
It's more clients. You get to charge more.
Jordan,
you get
Jordan,
more recognition. Like
you heard the phrase "yesterday's price, not today's price."
But you can do that regardless.
You can. People don't have to pay it. But if two or three of your clients go to the NBA, you got some major shit to put on a stamp on that resume. And now everybody else now wants to be like, yo, my kid is yo, like the psychology of this is so interesting to me. If I got a kid and I don't know what these trainers are doing, right? I got 50 trainers in my city because they be popping up everywhere and they're all training whatever. I get to be the parent that says my 7-year-old son who can barely dribble a basketball is training with the same guy who trained 3 NBA players. That's clout.
Yes,
that's
validity.
But I'm saying bragging. But that's you pay for that. You paying for that though.
I'm gonna use Aaron Miller for example, bro, because I know him. We've been in the same gym. I watched Aaron Miller do 10, 12 workouts in one day.
Okay,
you didn't see a picture from him. He just now started like really getting on his socials for real, but he was still training Jalen Green, Cam Whitmore, Victor Oladipo. He just didn't take pictures of it. Like when you a good trainer, like Trey was saying, when Trey was saying, "Oh, he don't post that shit." When you a good trainer, the posts don't get you clients. Word of mouth get you the clients. Somebody saying
posts create word of mouth.
I'm absolutely
not
sure.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, okay, but this I'm glad you're saying that. I am absolutely sure none of y'all heard of me before I got on this podcast.
I know I haven't. I know I haven't.
No, I haven't.
No way. How, and look what I'm saying. I'm saying this right in the camera. Then I'm saying I'm considered one of the best skill coaches in the world. My resume speak for it. I'm the NBA technical director of Europe. And I got nominated for the Naismith Hall of Fame, and I'm a finalist. That had nothing to do with pictures. That didn't even really have nothing to do with the NBA.
Word of mouth.
Hey, Trey, let me see your shirt.
Word of mouth.
Show the logo on the shirt.
Like the word of mouth is where it's at.
Word of mouth. I was at the Olympics. The whole thing. I was in the NBA offices in the UK that had. You can look at my Instagram right now. You're going to see me playing people one-on-one. My video game, my comic book, which is in the NBA schools too. It ain't got nothing. I don't have not one picture.
It's more about word of mouth.
I feel like I might have asked you this last time.
Better than that.
Trey, you know Joe Tuamu?
I'm terrible with names, man.
NBA Africa, Senegal.
Probably if I seen him.
How old is he, Penn?
He played with Allen Iverson in Georgetown, so he's about 50.
All right. Yeah, I'm awful with names.
Y'all, I want to ask you guys a question though. And Trey, I'm glad you up here. Penn, I'm glad you on this episode. What's more important? Drafting / developing? And this is for a franchise in general. Drafting / developing, free agency, trading, or money management. And now, obviously, with the CBA in there, like you really got to manage your books and you really got to manage the money you forking out. But out of those things, and so as a GM, is it more beneficial for me to draft and develop? Is it more beneficial for me to be able to bust moves like the Lakers, be able to go get Anthony Davis's and Luka's and LeBron's like transactions? Is it more beneficial for me to be able to sign free agents, or is it more beneficial for me to be able to manage the contracts that I have and be able to stay under the second apron and then have enough money so at the right time I can do this, that, and the third?
It depends on who you are. Art of war, right? You gotta find your advantage. If you're LA, it's probably way more important for you to be, solid free agent destination, keep your cap clear. You're not in the drafting and development business. Frankly, the last player you drafted and developed was like Andrew Bynum and Kobe Bryant. Like you don't do that a lot. You get free agents, you get big trades. Shit just falls into your lap. If you Milwaukee or Toronto or Detroit, like this is not micro markets. Like this is not necessarily like the smallest markets like Memphis and OKC, who are like the ultimate poverty. But if you're a non-free agent destination, I believe there's like 6, max 7 free agent destinations in the NBA. Don't worry, Jordan. Houston's one of them. But
I know that Houston,
like taxes, weather, etc. But if you're one of those non-free agent destinations, Cleveland, how are you supposed to compete? Now the drafting well, executing trades well, scouting well, that's where I would put my money. So if I took over LA, I don't have to worry too much about the scouting and development. Obviously, I would like to hit, but that's not my central focus. But if I'm Toronto, this is the only way out of the mud. That's the way I would look at it.
For me, probably would be money management. I feel like it's a given with draft. That's a given. You're gonna draft somebody every year if you got to pick. I feel like you got to be able to manage the money, and you got to be able to like make it make sense, because you can slowly build a solid team, like with, maybe you make all the money on not minimum contracts, but mid-level contracts. You can build a solid team, and then you grow and develop with that team. But you got to position yourself for when it's time. You need to be able to strike when it's time. So I feel like that money management is important more than every other thing, because you got to be able to strike and get that player. You can only develop so much. Your player's going to end up stop developing, and sometimes you're going to need a Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're going to need Kevin Durant, like the Rockets just set Raphael Stone and Tim Fertitta and them did a good job of managing money over the past few years. And now you didn't put yourself in a situation to where we can grab KD and possibly work on an extension, like they saying they're gonna get on that too. I think it's a testament to money management. That's what I think. Because all the players that they were trying to develop, damn near gone.
I think with the NBA expansion, like if it really hit Europe, I think with all these European draft picks, I think the NBA right now investing into development. Because I think they're going to take all these European players, and then once they get right, they're going to send them out to Europe to these teams. Like right now, like money management for the bigger markets, like the LAs and the New Yorks and stuff like that, where they got to win now, that makes sense. But like for the smaller markets and probably these new markets, I think it's about development, so the show can be right. You know what I'm saying? Because like some of these players, these young players from Europe, I don't see them actually being better than a lot of NCAA players. But the market is bigger. If you can take a kid from France, them league passes, them jerseys, them joints getting sold. But you take a kid from LA, Detroit, Chicago, wherever, you're gonna sell 10,000 jerseys, 20,000 jerseys. Especially if people in
You
Europe
don't get no love in your own city.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Until you go out and be somebody.
Right. So I think what the NBA is doing is we create the anomalies. We create the KDs. We create the LeBrons. We create the Steph Currys. But everybody else, they developing them players so they can be prepared when the NBA expand, or even in the States, like to be a Jokic, to be a Giannis, because Giannis was over here for a minute. From what I heard, he was hid out in Atlanta to get right before he hit Milwaukee or some shit like that. I heard some crazy story about that. Or Luka, he was working with a guy named Mike Torres. He this big trainer.
I know who Mike Torres is.
Yeah, he was working with him right before. I think development is super important for these players to become superstars. Giannis was working out with Tim Martin the whole time when he was playing.
Facts. Wemby too. Same Wemby.
That's what I mean. Wemby, yeah, he was working with him the whole time.
I learned too. Like my homeboy was telling me when they first started all that shit, like, bro, all the cold European players, they start getting NBA development a lot earlier than what people think.
Way
earlier. Like they just like Wemby for sure. Like, from not playing in the Euro League.
Right.
And then, Tim Martin get him. And then he turned into this guy. But Tim Martin was going, like you said, he was catching that flight, and
he
doing
was
all
over here,
the
staying over here the whole. He was staying over here the whole time.
Mm-hmm. So
that European shit can only go so far. Like I love European basketball, but that pick and roll can only go so far. When you got an Edwards coming downhill.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. The game is beautiful in Europe, though. The game is beautiful in Europe, man. The way they play is just beautiful. But you're right. That pick and roll can only go so far.
Like, it's different between art and war. Like, yeah, you could draw a beautiful picture, but an American player tear that shit up.
Yeah, especially when you can jump.
Yeah.
Especially when you can jump.
Yeah, Mars. Which, as a GM, what do you think is like the most important thing for a GM to be able to do? Whether it's money management, whether it's drafting and developing, whether it's really just going out and being able to get marquee free agents, whether it's trading, being able to make the right trades and moves. What do you value as a GM?
Hiring the right staff to do all of those things for you. I don't think it's a GM's job to scout and draft. I think it's a GM's job to hire the person that scouts and drafts.
So let's say that you could draft the Michael Jordan of any of them fields, where like you could draft the ultimate developer, you could draft the ultimate person that can make transactions, you could draft the ultimate money manager. You could choose one? You the GM of the Charlotte Hornets, and it's like
that changes the answer, because if it's Charlotte, I think it's about player development and drafting. If you're the Lakers, I think it's about money management, negotiation, all of those types of things to like fleece the Mavs for Luka Doncic and those types of things. So like it all just depends on your market and what you have available to you. But if you're Charlotte, I would
GM to say
development.
yes to that trade for Luka Doncic.
You need to be a good GM to manipulate Nico Harrison into thinking that AD and Max Christie is a fair trade for Luka. Yeah. But yeah, so it depends what team you are. But I think if you're a small market team, development and drafting would be my main priority, or money management, just because
if you
some
look
teams
at,
don't want to pay the tax.
If you look at the successful general managers like throughout, I think they all have like a strength, right? Like they could be ahead of the curve, like with the analytics. They could be ahead of the curve with scouting. Masai got his start in scouting with Orlando, and then he bumped up to, Toronto, then Denver, then back to Toronto. But he's always been a scout. That's the most exciting time of the year for him. I think the Toronto Raptors won a championship because he's a great scout. Now, you could say you just hire a great scout.
The Warriors got hurt.
Okay. Cool. So what I'm saying is, like, you could hire a great scout, but if you yourself don't know what you're doing, how do you say yes to the right people, right? And I think there's a reluctance for people to supersede or override the people above them, right? We've seen this with Sacramento, right? Vivek Ranadive comes in and he's like, oh, I want this guy. And then all the scouts are like, if I don't agree with this guy, I'm going to get fired, right? So you got to have the humility to trust your experts, but also to some extent, you got to know your shit too, right? So I think it all works hand in hand. But honestly, to answer your question, Ron, it's 100% the scouting. Because if you can find Nikola Jokic at 41, the rest of it don't really matter, man. It really doesn't matter. If you can identify Jalen Brunson in the second round, if you can maximize those slots, those are the ones that pay off. Because the way the NBA is set up, you get 7 years of team control if you draft the right guy. And
I also feel like as a scout still too, I feel like there's not like, I'm pretty sure Jokic, like they knew who Jokic was. They just overlooked that shit. Like they just
nobody
made a bad decision.
Nobody could have predicted Jokic to be Jokic.
Yeah.
Or not a bad. I don't want to say a bad decision.
That's not true. That's not true. There was a person who said in his rookie season, that's the best player in your gymnasium. Miller.
Mike Miller said that.
Mike Miller. Go listen to that. And I think Jokic himself has told a story where somebody told him in his rookie season, I think you're going to be an MVP. Like, so someone saw it. Mega, for sure, they were training him. They saw him being the future of Serbian basketball. Other people didn't see it. Why didn't people see it? Because he's chubby, because he played in Serbia, right? That's what it is.
Two people saw it out of millions. That's nobody.
And how many people?
You know what I'm saying? Like that's nobody. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that saw him play, he was in the draft. He got drafted.
They overlooked it. They overlooked it. They
was drafted during a lot commercial.
So what? Like you still. Anyways, everybody, they all saw it, but it's just like nobody. You know what I mean? Like a couple people can say that, and then people that like enjoy your play style, they can big you up. That's cool, but I mean, nobody really. It's easy to miss that. You know what I mean? Like
they overlooked it. That's what they did. I think they overlooked it.
It's easy to overlook. He's slow, unathletic. He's just.
And he wasn't a good defender. He wasn't a good defender too. So it was almost like, yeah, he could be talented offensively, but they didn't know he was going to be uber talented offensively like that. Because you're like, okay, he got good passes, he got good feel for the game, but his defense was visibly ass. So it's like that you didn't want to take a chance on that. That's why. And then he just turned out to be this uber talented offensive player.
Jokic go to Golden State or a different team, he gonna be Draymond. No
How is
other
he going to be
team.
Draymond?
Nobody is going to let him shoot. Nobody is going to give him the freedom that he had at Denver. He going to get the rebound. He going to bring the ball up the court occasionally. He going to give it to some ultra guard, and that's it. Like, Denver was to me, I could be wrong. I'm not taking nothing away from Jokic's talent. I'm not doing none of that. But a lot of times, just like Steph, if he don't go to Golden State,
It'd be a different career for him.
Like, sometimes, for me, this is my view of the NBA. You do have the anomalies, but everybody else is more or less the same. Then it becomes about coaching and confidence and who gives you the opportunity.
Yep.
If Jokic does not get this opportunity in Denver, in the timing that it was, he would not be Jokic. That's just my opinion.
He would probably be back overseas.
Yeah, because you get certain teams. Number one, the eye test off the rip. Boom, you already lost your opportunity.
He was third in Rookie of the Year voting, yo.
Yeah, because they gave him opportunity though. That's what he's saying. Like
he played 20 minutes a night. How many rookies getting 20 minutes a night?
But if
on
you
not
don't
a
play
good team?
Denver, if you
don't go to Denver, he probably won't get 20 minutes a night.
He won't get 20 minutes.
I mean, Penn, do you think it was just no matter what he was destined to be this? Like, if
I think no matter what, he was destined to play in the NBA for a long period of time. I think anyone who was going to see him play.
I think opportunity matters. I think the opportunity.
I think opportunity matters. Every they rookie, miss this. That's just negligence.
Look, every rookie. It's okay. It'd be a different situation. It'd be a very different situation if Jokic rode the bench like Josh Minot for 3 years and then popped off in year 4. Because they were developing him behind the scenes, so they put they just put him on the court. They put him on the court for 20 minutes a night, and he got third in Rookie of the Year voting. If they put him on the court for 32 minutes a night, if he had started, how many teams needed a starting center at that point? A lot. Well,
Penn, why
do you look at a guy that's built like that? And don't play defense and just can tell like. He's going to be Nikola Jokic, a 3-time MVP.
No, but nobody could have thought he was going to be this good. But I can see where you're coming from. When you see a guy play ball and you see him over and over and he's on your team, you're like, "Yo, this kid is actually pretty good." And you put him on the floor more. So to your point, Trey, it's like somebody gave him an opportunity, but he was good enough for the opportunity. Now, Penn, what I will say though, Penn, is that I don't think Jokic is the only person that could have been a great NBA player that we never heard of. That's driving truck somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's a real estate developer right now. Like, it's a lot of dudes out there that got looked over that were better than the majority of basketball players. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what if Jokic played behind Draymond? What if Jokic played behind Draymond and Andrew Bogut?
That's great. I think
he might not got that time. He might not have got that time to play 20 minutes a game.
Do you think let's for example, Steph Curry came out with a lot more confidence to the league than Stephen Curry. So you put right because he came out of Duke. Versus Davidson. So do y'all think that if Steph played for a different team other than and didn't come under Mike Jackson and all that, he would be Steph Curry?
Wait a second.
I don't think so.
Say that again. Seth Curry came out with more confidence than Steph Curry?
Yeah, because when he came out, he came from Duke.
Who cares if he came out of Duke? The other guy was averaging 30 points per game and he was a lottery pick. Seth Curry wasn't a lottery pick. Why would Seth have more confidence than Steph if Steph was a much better player?
But you don't think? But
I'm curious to know that too. I'm kind of with Penn on it.
But when they did their reviews on Steph Curry and all that, saying he was too small, he couldn't play defense.
Yeah, he still went 7th overall.
Yeah, still.
And it was considered a mistake to let him fall that far. Shout out to Johnny Flynn.
Even so. The point of what I'm saying is, if with him getting drafted number 7, he wouldn't have been who he was if it was. Now it wouldn't have been who he was.
Say the opportunity, huh?
Hang on.
It's the opportunity.
Steph Curry almost didn't become who he was in Golden State because they had Monta Ellis. If I could think of all the situations for Steph Curry to get drafted in, Golden State might have been the worst one because putting him next to Monta Ellis was terrible. And the Warriors knew it because they had to choose between the two of them. And they almost chose the damn wrong one. They almost chose Monta Ellis.
So then it's the opportunity then. That's what we're saying, the opportunity.
But here's the thing, though. It's like, even if Steph wouldn't have got the opportunity, even if Jokic wouldn't have got the opportunity, or as big of an opportunity, at some point, these guys are just undeniable.
Yeah, so this is where I'm going to the next stage. I'm not.
This is
taking
called
away from
survivorship bias.
what I
Nars.
said.
I
I'm
mean,
not taking away
Saron.
from what I said. They was prepared for the opportunity. No different from a Caitlin Clark.
Right.
Like, let's say, for example, if Paige would have never got hurt, there probably wouldn't be a replacement with Caitlin Clark. So I'm not going to take away from guys being prepared for the opportunity. That's not what I'm saying. But the opportunity is so real. When they came in the game, they were not anomalies. LeBron is an anomaly. KD is an anomaly. Jokic is not an anomaly. He knows how to play good basketball, great basketball. That's the difference in what I'm saying.
Even Kawhi.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's not the eye test that's giving him an opportunity. It's not his skill. It's his persistence, his discipline, and his ability to play basketball. But do you know how many motherfuckers know how to play basketball who not getting no opportunity?
To the earlier question where we were talking about like, what would you rather have, like a great scout or great this and great that? I think the Golden State Warriors are a perfect opportunity to explore that. They had the best shooting backcourt in NBA history on their roster, and they almost traded both of them. They almost traded Clay for Kevin Love before Jerry West threatened to quit. Like, he was like, "You're not doing this." They almost traded Steph to appease Monte Ellis. And by the way, Monte Ellis didn't want to play with Steph. He said, he don't fit my game. Why the hell? And you know, when Monte Ellis was drafted there, it was supposed to be, I'm old enough to remember Monte Ellis and Ike Diagu. That was supposed to be the show.
Shout out the boy Ike.
So,
but it's still, I get what you're saying.
My point is, it could change, but the underlying mechanism of Steph is perseverance, right?
Yeah, but
ankle injuries.
Yes, but perseverance.
He's in the perfectly wrong situation. He's in the wrong situation.
But,
even with Clay, you could argue he's in the wrong
perseverance
situation.
doesn't mean much without the opportunity.
Yes, like it took a coach like Mark Jackson to give them that opportunity to get busy.
For sure. But there's also there's many people who persevere and never get the opportunity.
Well, persevere hard enough. Persevere more.
It's not about. It's not about just work harder and the opportunity will come. Sometimes you're just unlucky. Like some people get the benefit of having the opportunity, and then what they do with it, that's on them. You give Steph, Jokic credit for doing what they did with their opportunity. But in a different universe, in a parallel universe, maybe more so Jokic than Steph. I think Steph probably was going to get that 7th pick, blah, blah, blah. But there's other situations where teams are like, yeah, this guy can't guard. We're just not going to play him. And he ends up, after his rookie contract, still looking like one of the worst defenders in the league. And now he's not playing. Like, that's very possible. But that didn't happen. And now look, we got one of the best players ever.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but did Nurkic get hurt? Did Nurkic get hurt, or one of their bigs got hurt for Denver? It was
Nurkic.
Nurkic got hurt for a little while. Jokic went into the starting lineup, obviously did what he did, and then Denver was
but that's the opportunity though.
And then they had to pick between one of the two, and they chose Jokic.
Both Steph and Jokic got the opportunities to become anomalies to solidify their spots. People like LeBron and KD, they were already anomalies.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember when Jokic got hurt. I mean, when Nurkic got hurt. When Nurkic got hurt and then Jokic was playing, I was like, damn. Like, Denver got 2 of them.
They got 2 of them. And they ended up trading.
I was high on Nurkic.
Oh, yeah, Nurkic was good once upon a time.
Yeah.
Oh, he was good as hell.
He was good until he broke his leg.
I thought Nurkic was better than Jokic. Like,
he was. No, he still was. He still was. But they seen Jokic and where he was going, like his growth. He was at that time. Nurkic was still better than Jokic, but it was just like, yo, this dude's huge. Like, I was excited, like, damn, they got both of them, and then they traded Nurkic. I was like, damn, that was probably
Nurkic
a bad
was pissed
move.
off too, but
I thought that was a bad move. Like,
respectfully,
damn,
Yusuf Nurkic was never better than Nikola Jokic. Go look at Jokic's rookie stats. Okay, my God, go watch him play.
I mean, it's easy to say that now, but I will say, like, going back and watching
46% true
it's easy to say it now because I've seen what Jokic became. But if you go back and watch rookie Jokic,
he's better.
I'm not going to say the writing was on the wall, but you could see there was something there.
But
it's obviously easy.
But you could do that with anybody, though. You could do that with
anybody. Jordan, but see, this is the point I be making. Even when I be talking about these young kids, they get hyped up in high school, and then they get to play against some real hoopers, niggas that are professionals. I'm a actual basketball professional. I'm not a player. I'm not a basketball player. I'm a professional. I've had a 9-year career doing this. This is what I do for a living. You just play basketball. I am basketball. I'm saying, like, when you see somebody like Jokic play with these guys, you can see, like, no, he is he's not a hooper. He's a basketball player. He's meant
Agree.
to do this. With Steph Curry, you could see
But
he
all
is
that,
a basketball
Jokic
player.
was the
all that
best
still
player on that
develop-
Denver
derives
team.
off of all that still derives off
Analytically,
of opportunity. Because think about this: is Alex Caruso a different player when he was playing for Oklahoma City Blue? No, Alex. I told y'all this, and this is from me seeing Alex Caruso play at 16. He is the same player.
No,
he's been playing the exact same way his whole life.
So it's Shy with Gilgeous-Alexander when he was with the Clippers.
I know.
You can see the flashes of Shea on the Clippers too. Like you could see it. It's like,
I know. I was there. Everybody said it.
And Tyreek,
I told the story before Pat Bev got on playback.
And Tyreek Evans was supposed to be a league MVP. My point
tell a story before Pat Bev.
I told you before Pat told it. That's what I'm telling you. Like everybody knew. It's just you just need the opportunity.
This is
you
just
just gotta get off.
This is straight, honestly, straight bullshit. Because every time something happens, everybody want to say that's the way it was supposed to happen the whole way through. Oh, Jokic became an MVP. Well, that's the way it's supposed to happen. Maybe it wasn't supposed to happen that way. Maybe he's a great rookie and then he falls off because he gets fat. Okay, or maybe Tyreek Evans. Maybe that's what happens with Jokic's career, right?
Aren't we
he becomes
arguing
really
the opposite? Isn't our whole point? Aren't we arguing the opposite? We're saying this wasn't supposed to happen for you.
Yeah, that's what
you're now agreeing with what everyone has been saying.
I'm not agreeing.
That's what everyone has been arguing that this wasn't supposed to happen.
No,
but Jokic got the opportunity and it happened.
That's not what I'm saying, Mars. What I'm saying is
because
Jokic went to Denver, there is some assumption that is the only way this could have happened. Okay, what I'm trying to tell y'all is that he was the best player on that Denver Nuggets roster by the end of the year, and every person who coached that team would tell you that immediately. They immediately turned the reins over to him. There was no debate between him and Nurkic, and anyone who watched those two players that year could have seen that. It did not require Yusuf Nurkic to get injured.
So why didn't they start Jokic off the rip from game one?
They allowed him to get better throughout his rookie season. There's a lot of rookies that start by the end of their rookie season.
Look, the opportunity came. They allowed him to get hurt.
Go watch.
That's what happened.
About the league, guys. We're talking about the NBA, guys. They're not allowing anything.
Yeah, they probably didn't know either.
They didn't know either.
Now, to your point, by the end of the year, maybe they was like, "Oh shit, maybe we got something."
Nice,
but they still was probably like, "Maybe we got one," because we didn't see.
Same with Shea. They didn't think the Clippers didn't think Shea was gonna be that. They did not think so. Players did. Everybody can have an idea, but the overall person saw Paul George, Kawhi Leonard as a better fit, and Shea went and won a championship and MVP and all the awards.
Kawhi made him.
So what y'all telling me is that all of this,
they did it.
We can't. All of this, right? What's going on right now is simply because we can't decide whether or not Jokic was gonna be great or if he got an opportunity. I think we can move on.
I think opportunity supersedes everything. I just know like it's a lot of players in the world in the NBA that just say the same thing. Like everybody can hoop. You just need an opportunity.
Y'all heard of survivorship bias, right?
No.
What is it?
That's a new term.
So there's this graphic.
We got too many new terms coming out.
It's interesting. It has very little to do with basketball, but a lot to do with life. There were these planes. I think it was World War I or World War II, where they did a composite sketch of where all the shots that were fired at the planes were coming in. So they reinforced all the areas where these planes were getting shot. And they noticed that there was a middle of the plane, like the fuselage, where nobody seemed to shoot the planes, right? So they didn't bother reinforcing that part. Come to learn a couple years later that the reason that you weren't seeing any fuselage is if the plane was shot there, it went down. Get what I'm saying?
Not really. I'm trying to wait.
So that they wasn't really trying to shoot them there.
No. Basically, the planes that came in with the bullet holes all over, right? That's where you could see the plane got shot. So when you look at it, it's like, oh, well, we don't want our plane to get shot, so let's protect that. But what Penn is saying is the areas that come in unshot, unscathed, the reason you only see planes that are unscathed in those areas is because the planes that get shot there don't survive. They just go down. Right. So it looks like, those are the good areas, when reality says that, no, those are the areas that you need to reinforce more because you can't survive without it. That's the
Gotcha. But how does
So
this tie into this? though?
so y'all,
Yeah,
so
he gonna get there, bro.
get
That's
that.
Okay,
But
that's what I'm
hold
trying to
on,
figure out.
because that's basically what I was saying. That's how they doing y'all with evolution, with the birds that was there, the birds that wasn't. That's what I was trying to tell y'all.
But I'm trying to figure out how the survivor's bias tie
You
into
disagree
this
with me.
though. I just want to know how
The
this
survivor
tie into this.
bias ties into the idea that basically you're saying that this is the way it was supposed to be because this is the way it was, right? Because this is the story we saw. Now, if I tell you that Kobe would have been a better player in Chicago had he been drafted by Chicago, or he'd been a better player if he'd been drafted by Orlando, you probably tell me I'm crazy because you saw it happen with the Lakers. If I tell you he might have become a bigger legend, he might have won 6 rings in Charlotte, you'd be like, how that possible, Penn? But none of us know that. All we know is what happened. It's the same thing with Jokic. You can say right now that Jokic doesn't become a 3-time MVP if he goes anywhere else. I could argue at the onset of where he was drafted, he probably wasn't drafted into the best situation. I could say the same thing with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan might have 9 rings if he was drafted to the Celtics. He was drafted to the lowly Wolves. To the Bulls. You know what I mean?
The part that you're missing out on, especially with my specific argument, is what I'm talking about being an anomaly. Like everything you're saying is right, but what I'm comparing is
named anomaly though.
like, yeah, that's the key thing here. Like Michael Jordan was not an anomaly. He could jump, but he wasn't an anomaly. He became an anomaly based on because he was losing in the beginning. His tenacity, his effort, his hard work, his
Perseverance.
like that. Perseverance. Steph Curry became an anomaly. KD, LeBron, Kawhi, people like that.
At what point were they not, and what point did they become an anomaly? Because I could make an argument they were born anomalies, but go ahead. This is a nature versus nurture argument, I guess. But I could argue that, if you listen to James Worthy,
hooped?
Yeah, I've hooped.
Like you nice?
I'm good-ish. I'm better than Mars. I'll give you that.
That's not saying much. That's not saying anything.
I wouldn't lose that badly to Jordan. I'll get killed by Ox.
Oh, Jordan, you suck.
No,
I don't know, Ken. I ain't gonna lie. My dad used to always tell me something.
He just
Ken.
gonna send you right.
He used to always tell me, anytime you see a white boy, you gotta get faster, Ken. I gotta get faster on you.
No, but for real though, real question.
Yeah, my dad used to always tell me,
pretty fast.
anytime you see a white boy, you gotta get faster. So,
like you nice though. Like you can hoop. I ain't even going resume and nothing like that. But you nice.
Penn, just say yes.
Just say you can hold your own, man. Just say you can.
I'm a good shooter.
Say yeah.
I'm a good shooter and I'm a smart player. But I'm a scrappy defender. But I'm not.
You hiding?
Yeah, he nice. Yeah,
he can provide some value on the court.
But if you ask me to quarterback your offense without a lot of secondary assistance, we're gonna lose by a lot.
If you had to play in 1-on-1,
he a 5-on-5 player.
So this is
he a 5-on-5 player.
This is where I'm gonna go with this in terms of confidence and opportunity. If me and you play, I'm bodying you.
Yes.
What the fuck?
How tall are you? 6'4", 6'5", 6'1"?
6'1". You're finished.
Ken said you got no chance. Then he said, "I'm
No
good.
chance.
6'1".
How much you weigh?
Let's say 220.
Just accept you're gonna
205?
lose. That is what it is.
215.
215.
You're finished. We don't need no.
You will lose.
When Trey hit you with that shoulder, hey Trey, I ain't gonna lie, like for real.
You got about 35 pounds on me. Yeah,
you're finished.
Yeah, I'm 230. Then I got about 3 inches. I'm 230. What the fuck?
So what I'm saying is, look at my confidence, my arrogance. I believe I didn't have the best career, but if I had the right opportunities, I probably would have made it. Like, because just off my confidence alone, imagine Jokic's confidence. Imagine Steph Curry's confidence to be so perseverant, like to persevere over these humps, over these hurdles, plus the discipline.
Sure.
Plus, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But LeBron don't need that. KD don't need that.
Why don't LeBron need that?
Because he's an anomaly already.
That's my question though. When did he become an anomaly?
He needed it in 2011.
Shit, when he
because Trey, for real, he wasn't the best player in his high school class. There were some real debates early.
Man, that dude would be crying, telling that bullshit ass story at ABC camp.
Who we talking about? Lenny Cook?
Yeah, telling that bullshit ass story about LeBron robbed his career. Get the fuck out of here.
No,
Everybody else tell that story totally different than he telling.
Hang on. But I'll say this though, because I have studied a lot of what we're talking about here. So I feel like this is my bag. I will say that there's a lot of people that have a different response to failure and setback, right? Lenny Cook got cooked, right?
Yeah,
And his response was different. I remember hearing about that game back in the day, and I've seen a little bit of clips from that. LeBron took his throne, and he didn't respond well to it, and proceeded to complain, proceeded to not get drafted. What does that say about a person that says you fell down, you didn't get back up, right? You were bigger, taller, stronger than everybody, and then shit happened, and you didn't get back up. There's a million decisions that you make between AAU and the NBA. A million, from your agent to your trainer to the school that you choose to how you chose to, shit, one bad decision and we got Len bias. That's a bad decision.
So
right?
I'm glad you brought up. I'm glad you brought up.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Penn. I misinterpreted that wrong.
Boston in the summer league was supposed to play Cleveland. They didn't play Lenny at all. Opportunity.
You talking about Lenny Cook?
Yeah, about Lenny Cook. The games before he was killing. When he had to play, when the Celtics played Cleveland, they didn't play Lenny at all.
Summer league.
Yeah, summer league, an NBA summer league. So
I remember that, and I've seen Lenny Cook's sad story, his sob story. Yeah. I get it, but can I push back and just say Lenny Cook just wasn't as good as the players his age once he got older? By the time he was 19 in summer league, he wasn't destroying summer league. So my point is, like, when I look at, like, I've seen a lot of youth games. I've sat EYBL and all that stuff. You see sometimes there's a 15-year-old kid that's getting by on speed. He's just more physically developed. You see, like, an example of James Wiseman. James Wiseman, a great example. James Wiseman destroyed high school basketball. But then you get up a level to Memphis. It doesn't look as dominant. Then you get to the Warriors, and now people
good in them 3 games at Memphis.
He's all right. But I mean, now you're in the Warriors system, and you got to make quick decisions, and you got to play off the ball, and you got to do all the ancillary shit that you haven't been working on your whole life, because you can't just run dunk over everybody, and you fail. You fail.
I think that also goes back to opportunity.
It goes back to
James Wiseman was the number. James Wiseman was the number 2 pick, and he went to a team that was trying to contend for a championship.
He should have never.
How often does a number 2 pick get put in a situation where they're expected to contribute?
Where they didn't need James Wiseman. They didn't need him.
If James Wiseman goes to a Charlotte,
yes,
I guarantee he's still in the NBA, and people view him as a promising young big.
Why?
And that's not because his talent level has changed. It's because he's now not in a position where he's expected to impact winning instantly. And Golden State is also a system that if you are behind in the mental department in terms of understanding the game, Golden State is going to find that out instantly. So he went to a situation that put him in probably the worst position for his flaws as a player. I've been very critical of James Wiseman because I don't think he's been good. But I can also, I think, acknowledge that James Wiseman in a different situation, I think his career works out a lot different than it has. And that's just unfortunate. He went to a number 2 pick.
I think that was a mistake.
A Warriors team was never meant to have the number 2 pick. That was meant to be a Detroit, a Charlotte, what other team sucked around 2020? Like those type of
Minnesota.
Like, and he ended up going to the Warriors. Like, that's just a bad position.
But this is the point, Mars. Like, high lottery teams get 3 to 4 years of unearned opportunity, unless you're really stinky, which is Anthony Bennett, right? So you're saying that?
Whoa! Why you think Anthony Bennett stinks?
We'll get into a whole.
Really bad at basketball, yo.
No, he's not. Anthony Bennett is not. I told y'all what was wrong with Anthony Bennett, bro. I'm telling you what was wrong with him.
I'm aware.
He's not a really bad basketball player. He was crazy athletic and he could shoot the ball. There's a lot of players in the NBA that can't do that.
Skal Labissiere, yo, we can go down the list. We can go down the list of like 150.
Did you see why you dunking that motherfucker, Mars?
Crazy athletic.
Mars, did he dunk it with thunder or what?
The strengths,
the strengths 6'10" and 296 pounds.
Yeah. What you need to dominate Europe is not what you need to dominate the G League. Is not what you need to dominate the NBA. It's not what you need to dominate EYBL and EuroLeague and all that stuff. My point is, the best players find a way. Kobe Bryant did not come into the league as a good shooter. Then he airballed a whole bunch of threes. And then what did he do? Now, if Kobe Bryant was mentally Lenny Cook, no offense, he probably goes home, sulks, cries to his dad. Says, I quit. I'm not good. Coach hates me. They got Eddie Jones in front of me. Blah, blah, blah. But Kobe's not like that. Kobe's a killer. So Kobe's like, I'll play this guy. And if you listen to Jerry West talk about it, he tell you that he cooked one of the best defenders in the league in a pre-draft workout. And that's when they knew. That's when they knew that.
You said Quinn Cook?
No. Kobe Bryant cooked.
Oh, I thought you said Quinn Cook. I don't know.
Kobe Bryant cooked one of the. Blah,
Okay,
blah, blah.
okay.
So,
But yeah, there's a level of mental fortitude that it takes to be an all-time great. I think everyone
Yeah.
agrees with that. Like whether that's Steph, Kobe, MJ, whoever, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But not every conversation stops and starts at the all-time greats. There's guys who are better right now than players who are in the NBA, but they can't fit the role that the NBA wants from them for whatever reason.
Right.
They did, and then some of them just didn't get the opportunity to play that role. And then when they did, maybe they didn't do it as well as someone who's clearly worse than them at basketball. So like when we say opportunity, it goes beyond just the superstars. Would Kobe have probably figured out how to be Kobe Bryant regardless? Sure. Would KD, Bron, whoever? Yeah. Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. Yes.
But once you start going deeper than the top 10 players in the world, once you start getting to a James Wiseman, that's where it gets tricky. Once you start getting to maybe a Cam Reddish, that's where it gets tricky. And you start talking about all these other guys who probably are more talented than a bunch of guys in the league, but they didn't get the opportunity to showcase said talent. Or if they did it, weren't in a situation that was best fit for them. And then before you know it, 2 years, 3 years, your rookie contract's done. Oh yeah, we don't need you anymore. That's what it means when we say opportunity is a big thing in sports. It's beyond just Michael Jordan and them. It obviously stems down all the way to
Draymond Green, for example. I love Draymond. Michigan State.
Huge beneficiary of opportunity. Yes. Huge beneficiary.
100%.
But David Lee going down, even, Steve Kerr, like all of it came together perfectly. And
but even still, I'm gonna say this, like, and the only reason why, like, because at first I was kind of like peeing, like, you know, you kind of, I know this because I was around it for a long time, bro. Like I was around it for 6 years that my homeboy played in the NBA. You talking about frustrated? Like he would be pissed off. Players would come up to him and say, "Bro, you're an NBA player." Pat Bev, that's how I know him. Pat Bev told me one day, he came to me and said, "Hey, bro, tell your homeboy he really an NBA player. He just got to grind that shit out." Doc Rivers was his coach. Say, Mott, you're an NBA player. It ain't your time. This is what happens. Like, but had Mott not signed with the Clippers and they held him, and maybe he went to the Warriors or went to this other spot, you would probably see him playing in the NBA, which is why he still got NBA interest now. Because it just takes opportunity to like show what you can do. Like everybody, if you get drafted in the NBA, 9 times out of 10, you're a good player. You're a good player. Like,
off the rip.
Off the rip. Everybody can hoop, but money's involved in this shit. Priorities involved in this shit. Tanking is involved. Luka loved playing with Mott. They played one summer together. Luka loved playing with him. But they wasn't on different timelines. Trade Mott to the Clippers. Shit happens, bro. Like it's just very hard to. If you would have saw the stretch Mott had with Luka before they got Luka, when he was playing with Dennis Smith, when he was putting up 20s and 19s and 18s and shit like that, you would think it's no way in hell he's not an NBA player.
Then you also got to consider the NBA workouts. So like, let's say you got to go to Phoenix, you out there playing 3-on-3. Then you turn around and go to Memphis, you just doing conditioning drills the whole time.
Clippers. That's how it was with the Clippers. How it was with the Clippers.
Then you go to Denver, and then you
didn't even practice with the Clippers like that.
And you go to Denver, you can't breathe because of the altitude. Then like it's the opportunity revolving around the circumstance. Yeah,
perseverance is in there too.
The fat kid got drafted to the city with altitude problem, and you're telling me he ended up in a perfect situation.
But what I'm saying to you is, Penn, like based on what you was just talking about with the EYBL, the G League, Euro League, all that stuff. Now you're giving me a different perspective of your knowledge of basketball. But it's a couple things, like you really know what you're doing. You really know what you're talking about. But on the other hand,
you follow me. You know I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I'm giving you your flowers publicly.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that you can't take away opportunity. That you can't take it away. Like that is 80% of this game.
Yeah, that's a fact. Man,
That's the other.
I've seen it firsthand, bro. I seen that shit firsthand, and I was like mind-boggling.
Yeah, basketball isn't so complicated, to which one player is so much better than the other, unless you have some. It's just pass, dribble, shoot, play defense. This is not building. It's not building the rocket.
Bro, I was, Trey. But when I learned that about the NBA, I would tell you that's when I really stopped. I'm still a Rockets fan, but when I learned that about the NBA, I really stopped like being a super fan because I understood the game is totally different from what a average fan would see and what you would see in a real life locker room or what you would see in real life organization. You understand shit is different, and you just stop becoming like these super fans. You just be like, I just like watching the game because you understand like what they doing to certain players.
If he stay at OKC, he not James Harden.
Yeah, I hear
That's
that.
that's actually a great example.
If Tracy McGrady stays in Toronto, he's not Tracy McGrady. I get it.
Bro, Ron, how do you have that?
Ron just had that every show already.
Yeah,
James Harden is a great example of opportunity because I said it and I'm in the minority. I think James Harden was like already like that in OKC, but people he got given his team in Houston, and then everyone was like, oh my god, James Harden MVP kind of blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but if he just stays in OKC and he's relegated to being off the bench, or he's relegated to being a third starter next to Russell KD, it's like now we don't see the James Harden that's become one of the 5 best shooting guards ever, MVP, 36 points per game. It's like he had that talent, but we never got to see it. And that's not because he wasn't good enough. The opportunity never presented itself. And there's probably guys like that who have existed throughout NBA history who we never got to see with that opportunity, with that green light. And like now we'll never even talk about him. So, oh, this guy was decent. Or this guy didn't last very long in the NBA. It's like, well, maybe if he had the right opportunity, maybe he is an all-star. Maybe he is an all-NBA guy. We just never know. But I think James Harden is a good example.
Dražen Petrovic is a great example of a guy who was a stacked rotation. Jermaine O'Neal, both players, again,
in
sitting
Portland,
as like third, fourth stringers in Portland. Those
Jermaine O'Neal said he was pissed off too, boy. He said he was mad as a motherfucker.
I get that, but you know, like part of it is we see what Jermaine O'Neal became, but I always wonder, playing behind Rasheed Wallace and Arvydas Sabonis, not bad on-job training for a high school player. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell no, that's good training.
So
that's good training.
Like again, it's like, okay, it happened that way. We think to ourselves, man, if Jermaine O'Neal got on his own team by 18, he'd be KG. I don't know about that. I really don't, because honestly, what if he fails early and then he doesn't respond well to early failure? And I do believe, like, when you fail, it matters, like, who's around you when you fail. Do you have the right coaches around you when you fail? You have the right teammates around you? You got the right vets around you? There's so many situations, right? So you can't isolate it to one thing. I will say team culture, you know, organization, right? Like sometimes you get to the NBA, you're a college kid, you're coming through, you know, a prep school like Montverde or whatever, where everything is sort of scheduled for you. Everything is regimented. Your teacher's on your ass about this, grades, whatever. You got your coach on you. Everything's very hands-on. You get to the NBA, everything's very hands-off. Some teams are like that, where a lot of shit is very hands-off.
Hands-off like a motherfucker, Pen. I'm talking about
you're on your own. You're on your own, basically. Exactly. Here's the keys to the gym. You're on your own. DeJounte Murray talked about this once, you know, when he got to San Antonio. Like, it was a little bit like, you know, like, okay, you know, you're riding the bench. And I feel like the teams that have succeeded, OKC, Memphis, you know, there's certain teams that have done development well. They have leaned into this idea of using the G League as almost like a side program, like a proper development program. Like, good teams utilize the G League really well. Right. I think the OKC Blue are great. They develop coaches there. They develop players. They develop play styles. They be testing out plays and then running out in the big club. You know what I mean?
So Rockets used to do that with the Vipers, though. The Rockets,
yeah, for sure. They were launching threes in the.
Yeah, they started that shit with the head coach of the Vipers. He's the assistant coach with the Rockets. He got that long ass last name. I forget his name. Yeah, I forget his name. I think he Middle Eastern, but
shout out long ass last names.
Yeah, I forget his name. He a good coach though. But they had the most call ups. Around that time when the Rockets was good, when they had like Daniel House and shit. Like when Daniel House came out of the G League and signed that 2-way, and then he was killing with the Rockets, and then they didn't want to pay him, so he went back to the G League. That type of shit. Like, Daniel House is another example of opportunity too, because I'm from Houston. I played against Daniel House in high school. They was comparing his ass to LeBron. That's how his ass looked. Like I'm serious, because he looked like LeBron too at the time. But he was dunking that shit. He was cold as hell in high school. Then he ended up going to U of H. Shit don't pan out how it's supposed to pan out. Then you go, you know, you don't get opportunity to play in the NBA. He still grinded, went to the Rio Grande Valley, and his opportunity came with the Rockets on a 2-way deal on one cold night. Shit. Then he started making $35 million. Like, shit happens,
Jonathan Simmons on the Spurs too.
Jonathan Simmons, he from Houston too. Jonathan Simmons, bro. I know people that say Jonathan Simmons wasn't really like that in high school until he became a senior. Like, bro, Jonathan Simmons was cutting hair. He just went to a tryout. He paid $75 for a tryout, and that's how he got to this path he got on. So,
but I also see opportunity in terms of a Dennis Smith Jr. and Luka coming. Dennis Smith Jr. killing.
Yeah.
And they took
shout out Junior.
They took his opportunity because of Luka. I don't think Luka was so much better than Dennis Smith when Luka came up in there.
I don't agree with that part, but
I don't know about that.
I do agree.
I do know they could have played together. They definitely could have played together.
I do agree that Luka's arrival definitely derailed Dennis Smith's young
completely
because he was on his way up. Dennis was on his way up.
Hang on. I will also say sophomore slumps are real, and the reason that sophomore slumps are real is because there's a certain type of player that comes into the league with a set of skills, and then the league catches up. Because you're not on scouting reports in your first few weeks as a rookie. You catch a lot of teams sleeping. They don't really know how you fit in with your next organization. Maybe there's some moves you added. Now the next year, you got to get counters to those moves because you're higher up on the rotation. Dennis Smith Jr. was like, I think, a top 5 finish for rookie of the year. He wasn't breaking the league open. No disrespect. Luka was better than Dennis Smith when he was 16 years old.
But hold on, Penn, because I do know this about Dennis' development. Rick Carlisle didn't really like Dennis like that. Like, I know that for sure. Like, he didn't like Dennis like that.
Another thing with opportunity too.
Because he wasn't Luka. That's why.
No. This is what Rick Carlisle told him. Like, Rick Carlisle's like, you only starting because they telling me to start you. Like, Rick Carlisle had motherfuckers like Yogi Ferrell playing and shit. Too many.
Rick Carlisle an asshole. First of all, I just want to say that. Like,
Yogi Ferrell wasn't supposed to play that many minutes with fucking Dennis Smith Jr.
Mark Cuban was on podcast and all that. He was talking about European development versus American development, and he was low-key pinpointing, almost creating a platform for Luka over Dennis Smith Jr. Like, I'm sorry, like Dennis Smith Jr. was
like that. I know.
16-year-old Luka, a 17-year-old or 18-year-old Luka, because like I said, I know who he's working with, was not better than a sophomore NBA Dennis Smith. Like, now the opportunities might have changed that. All it takes is one opportunity to change the mindset of an NBA player to make him feel like he better.
Like he like that,
yeah. Else.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I asked you, did you hoop? Because, like, all it takes is one win, one game, one crossover, one to really change your entire mindset. Because, like, Dallas, when Kyrie, you would think Luka would beat Kyrie in ones. We had this conversation a long time ago about ones. Dallas and them finally did a one-on-one tournament, and Kyrie won that shit.
Yeah, for sure. It was breaking news too on Instagram.
It adds up. I mean,
Luka wins that.
If you're a shaky shooter, your pathway to starting long term as a 6'2" guard, regardless of how much bounce you got, is so slim already. You got to be like Russell Westbrook level.
Not necessarily.
And Dennis Smith Jr. was not that.
He was a good
look.
I think it player. It's not about shooting. He was a good player.
If I'm an NBA team, I'm identifying two things when you walk in the door. Are you my star? No. Can you help my star? No. Fuck out. Get the fuck out.
But he was a star though.
That's it.
But that's why it's about opportunity.
That's all it is.
Because it's not about who's the better basketball players. It's about who's our star, Luka in this case. Do you compliment Luka? No. Okay, then we don't need you. Even though Dennis Smith is quite clearly better than role players. He's better than some role players in the NBA. But because they can spot up and shoot threes and guard multiple positions, they're now on the team because they complement Luka.
And that's their opportunity.
They're not better than Dennis Smith at basketball, but they have a niche that fits in the NBA. And that's
and it was Dennis' team first, though. Dennis was a star. Like,
but then Luka comes in and things change.
And then took it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Luka came in and took it.
They gave room. They prepared Luka. Before Luka even was coming to the league, he was working with one of the best skill coaches in the world. They was preparing Luka. They was not preparing Dennis Smith Jr. Nobody from Dallas, I don't know, because I'm not in it. But I don't know. But
man, bro, Rick Carlisle didn't like Dennis, bro. I'm telling you, I know that for sure.
So
he did not like Dennis.
If that's the case,
yes,
he's not walking up to. If he's not walking up to Luka and saying, Dennis Smith and saying, "Hey, let's get you this dietitian. Let's get you on a weight program." He's not doing that. He letting basically Dennis create his own failure.
Yeah, he did. They let Dennis self-destruct. They left Dennis kind of self-destruct.
Luka, they not doing that with.
They couldn't really control Dennis too. Like, Dennis was like a guy, like, bro, like, he would big up his teammates too. Like, some of the guys that maybe they saw a different path for, he would be the guy that come out and vouch for him when the team not really vouching for him. Like he would do shit like that. Like I don't know if it's I know for sure Rick Carlisle wasn't high on Dennis like that.
Okay.
I know that for sure.
Let's say Luka doesn't go to Dallas. What is Dennis Schmidt Jr. today? He's 27 years old.
He would still be probably a starting point guard in the NBA.
He'd be a starting point guard who shoots 28% from three for his career.
I think he
you know how
would've-
rare
You don't
that
know
is?
if he would have shot 28% from three
Yeah,
had he played a lot.
that's
played a
the
different
because
role.
the last time I saw Dennis Smith in the NBA was in Brooklyn.
He shoots 67% from the free throw line. What the hell do you expect him to become? He's been a bad free throw shooter his whole
But
life.
you are nitpicking a dude's career who started off playing a lot of minutes to
He's
playing
not a
spotty
great
minutes.
processor. He's not a great processor of the court. He's not the greatest passer, and he's not a good shooter. What do you want?
You
him
wouldn't
to
know
be?
that because he only played 2 solid years with the Mavericks. You
He
wouldn't
played
know.
basketball before he went there, right?
He got drafted 4th
He got drafted ninth.
or 9th.
But yeah, he was good. He was good at NC State, and he shot.
Yes, but you wouldn't know none of this if.
But
he
the last
played
time I
a lot
saw Dennis
longer.
Smith in the league, he was one of the best point guard defenders in the NBA.
He's a great defender.
So
That is
like
true.
you give him that opportunity, and like maybe shooting a lot of shooting is also just being confident and having the reps. You need in-game reps to shoot the ball.
Yeah.
And Dennis Smith, you're playing 12 minutes a night. You're shooting
You
2
don't talk about
threes.
he shooting 60%.
You're shooting 2 threes, and a lot of guys. And this is the thing, like you'll notice more with like the 2000s players. A lot of guys, you need to build a rhythm to get out there and start just shooting threes. You can't you can't come in the game 3 minutes in the first quarter. You don't.
And
touch
that's not
the ball
even
2
the
straight
player
trips.
you are, though.
And
that's
the
not
first thing
player
you do,
are.
you gotta hit a spot up 3. Like that's not. Some people need to catch a rhythm. Dennis Smith is a point guard who's had the ball in his hands. You're now relegating him to be this off-ball catch and shoot guy. That's going to take years to get used to. You have to rep that out. And he never really got the opportunity to rep that. Am I saying he would have been a 40% three-point shooter? No.
But you can't
But what I
judge
am
him.
saying
But
is
you can't.
he's clearly talented enough to play in the NBA.
You
He's
can't
very
judge him
talented.
based off of that, though, Penn. You can't judge him and say, "Oh, he shot this," and it's like, yeah. After they took the ball out of his hands and said, "Dennis, this ain't never what you did. Go sit your ass in the corner when we pass you the ball. You get 12 minutes a game and 2 shots, and we hope you make it. And if you don't,
I think Austin
get
Rivers
first.
spoke about like that.
But
Type
that's the path for a lot of players, dude. Like that's the story for a lot of players. If you cannot, look,
They
high
get out the
school,
league,
you're the
though,
best player
Penn.
in your
Most
state.
players get out the league.
Okay, you're the best player in your state. You're the best player, obviously, in your high school. Most likely, unless you went to Maubert or something like that, or so you're the best player. You always have the ball in your hands, which means you also always have the consistent opportunity. Now you come into the collegiate ranks. Now you're playing with 2-3 other players who were also the best player in their state, at least 2 or 3 other players that are that nice, that are maybe 4-star, 5-star. Now you're sharing some responsibilities. Now you get to the league, you playing with everybody who was the best player in their state, and those guys are older than you and better than you, and now you got to find another way to succeed. And I'm gonna tell you this: most players have to do it. So either pick a lane, either become a role player or become a star. You cannot do neither. You can't become an inefficient star.
Based on what though? Based on what though, Penn?
Based on the history of the league.
No, based on the opportunity that presents itself.
But the opportunities amplify as you get better, typically.
A grand example right now of a player who consistently get opportunities but not doing well is Killian Hayes. When he was with the Pistons, he got ample opportunity after opportunity after
He
opportunity.
was still starting in 2024.
No, I don't want to hear nothing from you in this segment.
He was still starting in 2024.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He got drafted in 2020.
So,
Killian Hayes was still starting 4 years later.
Look at the difference between Dennis
Him and
Smith
Dennis. Look at the difference between him and Dennis.
Dennis is a way better player than Killian Hayes.
Killian Hayes.
Dennis
who?
who?
Was still
Smith Jr.
Like, look at the comparison. They took Dennis Smith Jr. opportunity. Look at Killian Hayes, same position, same situation, and Killian got a bigger market.
Killian a better
French and
player.
all that stuff.
Passer.
Penn, if you seriously mean that shit, Penn, I'm disappointed.
Come on, man.
He knows Killian Hayes ain't better than Dennis Smith.
Come on,
man.
Are you serious?
I'll back you.
Come on,
Penn, I got your back.
Touch
No.
the hat.
Are you serious?
I
I'm
just
willing to bet Dennis will fry the shit out of him on any level of basketball. Any level. 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4.
Come on, man.
Dennis is frying the shit out of him.
Say passer, but yeah.
Come on, man.
Saying player was funny. Yeah.
All right, y'all. I got to get to these super chats. Salute to everybody that's in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Become a member. If you following us on Twitter or if you're watching on Twitter, make sure you following. And jump over to TikTok, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, all of that stuff, and come over to YouTube and subscribe too. But all right, y'all. The first super chat that I got.
Ron, Monty Williams out of his goddamn mind.
Monty Williams?
That shit was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
they should have fucking arrested his ass.
That's when we knew he was sabotaging the team, when Killian Hayes was playing over Jaden Ivey.
How many teams are paying him not to coach right now?
Bro, oh my God, bro. Do you know how horrible that shit is? I'm sorry, Ron. I know we taking the time, but like, we looking at this shit in hindsight, in real time. No way Monty Williams should have ever thought in fucking life that should have happened. In life.
Shout out to Killian. He liked that. Be True 23 said, "What's going on, fellas? Tapped in late, but gotta say, have y'all seen Lori in Eurobasket?
I seen Laurie marketing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in Eurobasket. Who was the kid Chill was talking about on his TikTok though?
What kid?
I forget his name. It starts with an L though. I seen people like hyping him up like he was cold though. I think he plays for maybe France. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but I did see Lori. Lori was getting to it.
You know who else was getting to it?
Who?
Killian Hayes last year. 6 games, 38% from
3. Penn, how many threes did he make?
I don't care.
Exactly.
6-game Killian Hayes.
He made 8 threes.
Cooked.
Yeah, 38%. Good God, you can hit the lottery.
Listen, I like Killian, man.
I don't.
I don't.
He could have, if he would have. If I don't know, man. I ain't gonna say nothing negative, but
where's he at right now?
He's talented.
He in Paris. He in France. That's why Trey don't want to say nothing negative.
No,
hold on. Killian back home, Trey? Or he back home?
He in Brooklyn.
Is he still in Brooklyn?
Yeah, he played for the G League.
Yeah, he's still trying to stick around in the league.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Straw Hat Sale became a YouTube member, and then sent through a super chat. It said Jamal Mosley is a great defensive coach, but thank God they got a new offensive assistant coaches. Why is Paulo starting with the ball at the logo?
Spacing.
Jamal Mosley is a good coach too, though. I was hoping they would be impatient with him. I'm glad he finding success, but sometimes you definitely need an offensive assistant that just turn that offense around. That shit is funny. I saw that shit earlier. That shit is funny. But
man, fuck Almighty C Boogie. Footy Maniac said, "What skill is more impactful on offense in totality? Kobe scoring, like his volume, his skill, etc., or Steph shooting? And what would y'all have?"
It just depends on what the team need. That's a loaded question. It depends on what the team needs.
Yo, there's only one thing more impactful that's ever been more impactful than Steph shooting, and that's Shaq dunking.
Facts, but
that's it.
I mean, shit. But Kobe having the will to like just rip your heart out. That's some shit. Is just like.
Steph will demoralize you too. To be
Steph would too. That's why I said it really depends on what the team needs.
Bro,
like,
Steph make you not want to play no more. Kobe,
I know. I'm a Rockets fan. I know that motherfucker demoralized my childhood growing up.
Like Kobe, one of them ones where you actually enjoy this cooking. You know what I'm saying? You like.
I didn't enjoy that shit Kobe used to do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, but this is one of the things like I could get with this. This nigga is nasty. Like this, I'm enjoying this cooking. But with Steph, you like, bro, I want to fight.
Ox, one of the things that's overlooked for Kobe though, because he was so good, is how just technical Kobe was. Like Kobe's skill was otherworldly. Like,
you think that's
they don't compare to Steph shooting, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I think Kobe's considered like the most skilled player.
No, he is. The reason why I say it's overlooked is because a lot of people don't even know what to look at. He also makes it look so easy that you don't understand that some of his reverse pivots and some of the things he do.
The pump fake.
That shit never looked easy. Like, I get what
I don't agree that it looked easy. I think it looked difficult.
I think it looked
he
made the difficult look possible.
Yeah.
I think maybe he made it look a little effortless.
Even some of the things like with Kyrie. Kyrie's probably the only person I could put in that same light where he make it look so smooth when it's hard as fuck, and you know it's hard as fuck, but he make it look so smooth that you don't even.
It's smooth. It's smooth.
Yeah, you know it's difficult when they're doing it, but they make it just look like it.
That's why Kyrie the best second option ever.
Easy, bro. It's not easy.
Leave that alone, please.
That's why Kyrie the best second option ever. But you know what's so crazy is, and since I'm on here, I can explain it. listen to the damn video. I'm tired of people asking me, "Oh, D-Wade a better player." What the fuck did I say on the video?
You said
Did
that's
y'all
when they
not
was at their
listen?
best. You said that's when they was at their best, Jordan.
No, I'm saying that's at the best to where you can compare them at number. I said the best with LeBron James, like as comparing them as number 2 options. Not that's when they was at their best. That's why I said listen to the video. That's why I said
you
you
also
have to
said
compare
D-Wade wasn't
Cleveland
dominant, so it's
Cavaliers
like at the same
Kyrie
time, like,
with
you be hating on
LeBron.
Oh, we started to
And
put it together.
D-Wade with LeBron. That's what I said. But people are triggered. It is what it is.
I think Kyrie and Bron was a better fit than D-Wade and Bron.
I wasn't triggered. I just misunderstood what you said. I thought
yeah,
you said
because they
something
didn't. You know why? Because they were triggered by the first part when they said, at the, I elaborate.
No,
That's why I said you have to compare them with LeBron.
Right, I'm speaking up for myself, Jordan. I just misunderstood what you said. I wasn't triggered. I was confused. I was like, what are you talking about?
No. But that's what I was talking about. I mean, I think people heard the first part and got confused or triggered, like you said. They either heard the first part, got confused, or triggered. But all I'm talking about is just based on Kyrie and LeBron and D-Wade and Bron. Come on, man. And people be talking about Steph a second option. I'm not counting nobody on the motherfucking MVP as a second option. You're not finna give me that. Like KD ain't no second option. Huh?
Steph wasn't the second option.
Man, shit, nah. Man, Steph ain't never been no second option.
Exactly.
And not even on the goddamn USA team. Shit, nah.
Second option to KD.
So I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not comparing nobody that's an MVP as a second option. Like, you're not getting that from me. You're not getting that at all. Because KD wasn't even supposed to take his ass over there. But in the first place. So we're not getting that off. But that's all I was just talking about. People just don't listen. They ask me the same questions as on the video. You said Kyrie better than D-Wade? I started off the video. Overall player, D-Wade is better. But they still gonna be barking up the tree. So
all right,
what? Sit down and shut the fuck up. Once again, that's what we on. That's what we on.
All right, shout out Trevi. Trevi sent through a super chat and said, hell nah. If anything, Dennis Smith Jr. being on the team limited Luka's potential rookie year limits. Dennis Smith Jr. was nowhere near Luka. What the F are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't think he was near Luka. I just think Luka, rightfully in my opinion, took away Dennis Smith's opportunity. But Dennis Smith is still an NBA talent, in my opinion. Just, it wasn't going to happen in Dallas once Luka arrived.
Mars, question for you. Luka at 17, Dennis Smith Jr. at 20. Who's better?
Luka at 17 was when he was winning EuroLeague MVP, right? Or was that 18?
It was the year before he won EuroLeague MVP.
I haven't watched any. I haven't watched any.
Hold on.
I've only watched Luka film from his year before he won
He was 6'5".
I'm not going.
Do you know why you talking about Luka Doncic right now? When he was EuroLeague MVP, do you know why?
I don't know, because Leroy Brown is a great host.
No, because they point guard got hurt.
About whoever we want.
No, because they point guard got hurt.
Okay, so you're saying opportunity.
Oh,
right?
Yes. Did you know that? Did you know that? Luka was on the team. He wasn't playing like that until what?
Jordan, you know how many opportunities you get every day?
A lot. You do, but you don't.
Yeah,
you don't
1,000.
Sometimes you don't get the opportunity you want.
You know how many you actually identify? One if you're lucky. So that's my point.
I got a quick question before I get up out of here. Let's say in practice, the 20-year-old Dennis Smith Jr. Is he checking Luka?
I mean, if he is, he's too short. So good luck on that one. Luka hella Luka was
Luka like 6'7", 6'8".
I mean, but on the other end though,
good luck. 39% from 2. Good luck.
So I'm saying this because of this. Why is Kyrie getting Luka up out of there? Not on defense either. You see what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I mean. Like, it goes back to opportunities. Like,
you think Kyrie can guard Luka in the post one-on-one as a defender?
I mean, he had to if he wanted one-on-one.
If he won a one-on-one tournament. So, like, and even with when I go back to, let's say,
do you fight that pin?
Like, let's say going back to like complimenting each other. Let's say Steph Curry and how fast he improved. It's probably because Clay was checking his ass every day. You see what I'm saying?
I do get that. I do get that for sure. Like I believe iron sharpens iron. I often look at second units and I say like, who are the dogs, the defenders on those second units. If I was creating a roster from scratch, my second unit would be scrappy as hell. I'd have dudes like Tamani Kamara, Herb Jones. I want as many players of that archetype on my second unit so that my first unit feels that pressure all the time. I want my second unit to be so good defensively that it feels like you're playing 6-on-5 so that when you go out into the game, it's just easy for you. I get that. I totally get that for sure. I want my backup to, and I mean, like sometimes it's good that your third string and your second string are kind of, there's a little bit of parity. So there's always that fire up your ass of like, I could lose my spot. Yeah, there's a lot of roster construction.
I'm saying that to say that Dennis Smith Jr.'s opportunity was taken based on the fact that he could play defense. So like, let's say if you just want to throw Dennis Smith Jr. to the side, at least you can have him in practice as a defender for Luka.
I like Dennis Smith Jr. You don't gotta sell me on it. Like, initially when no, I do.
Killian Hayes better, but
I was joking about the Killian Hayes thing. No, I actually like Dennis Smith Jr. And you don't understand that. But like when I think the Toronto Raptors when they traded Dennis Schroeder over to Brooklyn, right? The initial trade reported was Spencer Dinwiddie and Dennis Smith Jr. And I was very happy initially because I was like, oh, Dennis Smith Jr. going to cook for us because we need like that point of attack defender. Nothing that I think about Dennis Smith Jr. is to say that he's not a good player. I think he can go win friggin' EuroLeague MVP if he really put his mind to it. He's probably become great in Europe. I just don't think him and Luka belong in the same conversation. I don't think him and Kyrie belong in the same conversation. I just think
him and Killian
he's a role player. Like he's a role player. He's not a star. He doesn't shoot well enough or process the game well enough. It's never slowed down for him. If you watch him play basketball, things aren't super slow for him yet, and he's 27 years old. So that to me is like you're not a lead initiator. Shit never gets slow for you. Right, it's the same stuff we were talking like, Jordan. Last year we were talking about Davion Mitchell and how he might be out of the league next year, or whatever. The part of the reason was he can't shoot, and he's not like a real floor general. But he got better. Shout outs to him, and he got $24 million.
What's good? Do you remember? Did the point guard for Real Madrid get hurt in the championship game, or was it before?
I don't know. I don't remember what happened that year.
He got hurt. I can't remember. He got hurt.
It was Sergio Llull?
Yeah, he got hurt like right before that. And then Luka was like the only one that was left. And then shit, he was ready for that motherfucker when this shit came. And that shit rose his stock to a whole nother level, like a whole nother fucking realm. And
only Sergio Llull would have been injured when Dennis Smith Jr. went over there. But Agent 003 sent through a members chat and said, chances of the panel making a fantasy league just for you.
What does that mean?
Fantasy basketball?
Just a panel fantasy basketball league, I guess.
Maybe that shit with basketball, that shit tedious as hell, bro. It's not like football, bro. That shit way too much work.
Yeah, I'm really not coaching this team. It really feel like you coaching the team.
Yeah,
for real.
bro.
You like, bro, adjust the lineup every single night. I'm like,
you have to adjust it all the time. You can't just have to set starting.
You gotta adjust it all the time, bro. Because if you don't, and with these motherfuckers missing all these games, you damn right you do. Shit.
Yeah,
there's no option to like set a depth chart, and if this person's out, the next guy up.
They might have it like that now. Back when I was doing it, you had to do it every day.
It was too much. I got out that shit.
I'm not doing that shit.
I had bread on that shit. I got out that shit. That shit was too fucking much. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing this shit, bro. It's homework.
Look, in the chat they said you can auto set your lineup.
You could probably do that now.
Doing it. Yeah,
I'm still not doing it because then that's kind of weak too, though.
Mars, you really in London?
I'll be around London sometimes.
I'll be around.
Yeah, I'll be around London on occasion.
You in Chicago?
Yeah, Alabama.
Hey, Mars,
I'll be around, man. I get around.
By the door in the background.
Mars, we climb
by the door in the background.
Not a London apartment.
Trey, you from Chicago? Trey, you from Chicago?
No, I'm from Detroit. We're Grand Rapids.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Grand Rapids.
Where Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd. How far is Grand Rapids from Detroit?
2 hours.
Oh, okay.
But I lived in Detroit for a long time, man. I lived on the east side for a long time.
What up, though? Yeah, that's cool. Okay, gotcha.
Hey, Mars, we climbing one of them buildings or what?
No,
you lost your mind. I don't know what.
Yeah, you crazy as hell. If that's the shit you be talking about you want to do, I'm not doing that with you, bro. I'm not.
And this one you trying to manipulate me.
We don't got to do that. I was telling Mars like skydiving, whitewater rafting, like we could do that, bro.
Dying, like
I done skydived before.
Come on, we could do skydiving, bro.
Trey, you went skydiving before?
Hell yeah.
That
Eric,
fits you. I can see that. With all the shit you
I'm not
just
dying.
said, I can see that.
Yeah,
I just ain't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, I done did all
I
types
used,
of
I
shit.
used to want to do that shit. I think I'm.
I ain't
You
gonna
ain't
be able
trying to
to
do
do
it no more? Come
I
on,
think
bro.
I'm
Y'all
straight.
gotta.
Bro, I have to be drunk to do that shit, bro. I ain't know what
I'm
the hell
starting
I
to
do
turn
that.
into a scary ass old nigga for real. I ain't with
Yeah.
I don't even get on
Skydiving-
roller coasters no more. You can call me what you want. I'm not getting on that shit.
Skydiving.
Why the fuck would I want my heart shaking?
You accept death when you skydiving. And after
Nah,
that-
Mars, the one
I accept
one
death
Mars
now.
is-
I'm just not gonna.
is
I'm just not gonna rush it.
Yeah,
Nah, Mars-
I accept that.
Mars-
I ain't finna invite that.
The one,
Yeah,
the
I
one
just
that's
ain't
going
gonna
down to Australia to do the shark, the cage diving. Though. That's the one. That's the one I was really talking to you about. But that's good content, Mars. The people will love to see you cage.
I'm
dive.
not a content creator. I just happen to be up here while content is being made.
Come on, Mars. Hey, Mars, throw on your speedos and let's go do that.
Man, that's not a good sight, bro. Why would you put that in our vision, in our line of imagination? Why would you do that, Ron?
What the
Why
shark?
you?
No, Mars and fucking Speedos, bro. I already go to Lifetime Fitness and I can't understand. Don't take this the wrong way, but it's a certain group of demographic that just wear Speedos. I just cannot understand how did you go buy
What
that
the hell
shit.
do I have to do with dudes
I'm
wearing
just
speedos? I
saying.
ain't never worn
I'm
speedos
just
in my
saying.
whole damn
It's
life.
Certain different demographic. They just buy them fucking Speedos and go to the pool.
What's the demographic, Jordan? You gonna say white? Is it white people or is it Serbian people? I know
White,
you got Serbian people
Serbian,
dead wearing speedos.
Caucasian? They wear Speedos. I don't understand why.
Everybody.
I just don't get why do you need draws to like why do you need to go do that?
It make you more aerodynamic, bro. It make you swim faster.
Man, your ass ain't in no swim meet. We at Lifetime Fitness. I don't get it, bro. That shit just killed me, bro.
You ever
That
wear
shit just kills
you ever
me.
wear compression shorts in basketball?
Yeah, but I wear pants over them. Them motherfuckers be, bruh. I'm telling you, bro. The shit I be
my
seeing
God.
at Lifetime Fitness is unbelievable, bro. Like it's fucking the Speedos is the least.
Yeah,
Hey,
let
they
me,
be in there
doing the
let me-
sauna
let me
with
set-
the
let me
towel.
set-
A lifetime for rich
Unbelievable,
people,
bro.
man. But
I'm
Yeah.
about to start report. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use this time. I'm letting you know right now. If you go to the same Lifetime I go to, and your ass come in that fucking sauna with a towel on, and you keep opening that motherfucker, I'm about to report your ass, bro. I'm tired of this shit. I'm sick. This shit getting out of hand.
Hey,
I
I'm
am reporting
calling
this shit, bro.
corporate. I'm calling.
Yeah, bro,
corporate.
this shit is over with, bro. I be devastated in that motherfucker. Like, bro, I want to ask this one dude, why,
Jordan,
bro,
I
why
didn't
you
know
keep
you was
opening
a
your
Karen, bro.
towel?
I didn't know you was
I'm
a
curious
kid,
why
bro.
you paying so much attention. Just get in the
Shit
pool
is
and
hard not
swim.
to. Bro, imagine a dude coming in. We chilling in the
Fight
sun.
the
I got my
temptation,
headphones
Jordan.
on.
Fight the
I get
temptation,
uncomfortable. I
Jordan.
gotta take
You
them
can't be
bitches off.
pecker peeking.
This man in here stretching, breathing hard, and then he opening his towel. I'm like, all right, that's one time, bro. Cool. But then you put your leg on the thing and stretch again, get done, open your towel again. What you doing? What you doing, bro?
Jordan.
And you just keep doing it?
Jordan,
I'm
foot in the
reporting your
water,
ass, bro.
rotary
I'm
breathing.
reporting that
Get
shit,
up,
bro.
get
I'm tired of
down,
this
get
shit.
out, man. Come on.
No,
Trey,
I'm
I
tired
want
of
to
this
ask
shit,
you a
bro.
question.
At
What's
Lifetime Fitness, I can't believe it, bro. I love it because I'm not the type to go to a gym where I can't work out and I can't take a shower after. So I appreciate Lifetime Fitness.
Why it keep happening to you though?
Now that shit happen to everybody. I'm just the one that just don't speak to it. I'm reporting this shit, bro. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Huh? Bro, they get out the shower with no towel on. What we doing? What we doing?
So what did you just say?
They in the locker room, bro. You
Jordan,
like,
how tall? Jordan, how tall are you?
what
6'2"?
you supposed to
I'm like
do?
6'2.5", 6'3" as a basketball player.
Look at the ceiling, man.
Man, bro,
Look up,
why
look
are you
down,
getting
look
out the
anywhere
shower,
else.
walking
Why
around the
are
locker room with no towel on?
Bro,
We in the all men's locker room. What are you doing?
There's some random white dude who's on a podcast right now talking shit about you and be like, why is he always looking at me? Why
No,
he
you
always
lying.
be looking at
Yeah,
my
bro, I
speedos
get-
and shit?
You know why? I be thinking I'm finna snitch on your ass, bro. I'm finna go tell, bro. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Bro, that shit grinds my gears, bro. I'm getting my shit out the locker. This motherfucker come right next to me, no towel on, breathing hard,
Jordan.
yawning and shit. Fuck you doing?
Jordan,
You're giving it a lot of time, dog. Like,
Jordan,
they
leave,
come harder.
Jordan, leave,
Bro, I go
leave.
to the gym every day. Trey, I go to the gym every day, bro.
Oh, real talk being there
Sounds
with
like
you?
that's your favorite party experience.
Hey, were
No,
you a real
man,
talk in
it's
the
my
sauna?
worst part, bro. I be having my headphones in. As soon as I'm about to go take a shower, I take them bitches off. I'm like, bro, this shit.
Jordan, leave my people alone.
No, it started with that
Let his
Speedo
people
shit.
go.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It started with that
and
Speedo
by-
shit.
and by my
There's
people, I
no
mean
reason as a man
Europeans.
you should wear Speedo. No reason. and you ain't in no fucking Olympics or on no swim team. There's no reason. This shit over with. I'm telling though. I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm snitching. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling. I'm tired of this shit. I feel uncomfortable in the fucking sauna where y'all doing that dumbass stretching. Just sit down. Just sit your ass down.
Now,
And
but
put some drawers on too.
In the sun in the steam room though, they be getting a good stretch in. You know what I'm saying?
Why, Ox? But why?
Because your muscles is warm. It's hot in there. You know,
Man,
your muscles is like a rubber band. You know what I'm saying? You can't stretch them cold. You got to have warm muscles. Like before I work out, I'll be fully clothed. I go run into the sauna for like 3 minutes just to get warm, do my little
just sit
thing.
down though when I go in there.
I'll be facing the wall though. Most of the time, like the door's that way. Come on, do my little thing, get loose.
That's cool. You in your own zone, but don't come in there with your towel on and you looking around and then you go get into a lunge. And then when you get out the lunge, you got to redo your towel. You done redid your towel 5 times, bro. Why? Just get your ass up out of here.
Y'all got a TV in the sauna?
Man, please don't put no TV in that motherfucking sauna. Please, that shit'd be, man, that'd be way crazy.
You got a TV in your pocket.
I get uncomfortable in there. I take all that shit out. I just go straight to penitentiary rules in effect when I'm in there. I'm sitting there just straight just like this.
I feel like this is more a conversation for therapy.
Probably so. I'm scarred. That's why I'm going to corporate. Letting them know. This shit is fuck with my mental health. I can't even listen to my music in the damn goddamn locker room or the sauna. I can't listen to shit. Then they gonna get in the hot tub right after. Come on, bro.
Hey, Jordan. So next time you go in there, let's say you in there and you are in your zone. If you see Buddy walk in, are you walking out immediately?
I do. Now I do. I'm dead ass. Now I do, bro. It's too uncomfortable in there, bro. Because it's like, why? Why are you doing this, bro? For the life of me, I could not understand why this man kept undoing his towel. I just don't understand it. It's 8 dudes in here. What are you doing?
He thought he was at the YMCA, bro.
Nah, bro. I went from Jordan focusing to, bro. I'm paranoid.
Is it only white people doing this, Jordan?
No, I ain't gonna lie. It's some brothers that I've been very disappointed in too. It's a few brothers that I'm like, bro. I be wanting to be like, hey, bro, we don't do this. We don't.
Hey, Jordan, maybe they're just looking for the right opportunity. Remember, you were saying opportunity means you were saying opportunity. Is that, I don't know.
The opportunity recruitment, man. Recruitment. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, dog.
Oh yeah,
lifetime fitness. I love you.
Scouting's the most important thing.
Jordan was just out there scouting. That's what he was doing.
Scouting opportunity, you know.
Scouting.
But all right, y'all. I got a couple more super chats that we got to get up out of here. Speaking of opportunity, shout out Casual Reacts. They became a YouTube member, and salute to you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, shout out to Casual Reacts, man.
Yeah.
Right, Jordan?
No comment.
It's all about opportunity, right? Nick the Quick said, Ox, tell Ron stop playing with me. He been ducking.
I'm gonna line that up, Nick. I'm gonna line that up.
Dang, Ron.
Nick right there in the profile picture?
Yeah, that's Nick.
Yeah, I seen a couple of Nick's clips.
I'll get him up out of there for you, dog. I'll get him up out of there for you, dog.
You could just look at the picture. You could tell Nick ain't got no game.
I'll get him up out of there for you, dog.
You gonna take care of Nick?
Whatever you need.
For sure. I appreciate it.
You know, I done lost since I've been in Europe. A quick 20. You know what I'm saying?
When we gonna hoop again?
Shit, what? I need y'all to come to Europe. We were supposed to do a whole tour.
The show was.
I had it set up.
Hey, when you coming back?
Ain't no telling, dog. I just got this new crib. It ain't no telling, dog.
Okay.
Let me know what November's looking like in November and October. Let me know what that's looking like.
So listen, I'm gonna be in Nice, France, in the French Riviera, pretty much all summer. I mean, all year.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm more mobile now. Like my situation just changed. I'm a lot more mobile, so I can move around.
Please come out here. Y'all more than welcome. You know, I know Mars in Wisconsin and shit. Otherwise,
Mars go from London to Chicago to Wisconsin to
Alabama. But no,
man, I be getting around, man. Versatile.
We could actually do something with the PC and all that in my gym. Like y'all need to come out, man.
Yeah. In Paris?
About time PC makes some actual basketball content.
And where? On the French Riviera?
Yeah. Trey, you checking out the Cannes Film Festival?
I'll be there every year.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'll be there every year. Yeah.
I'm a filmmaker. Yeah, that's dope.
Okay, man. I'm a chill guy. You're more than welcome to come out, man. You know, I'll be there every year. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Last but not least, Trevi, who is a Hall of Famer, sent through a members chat. But not only shout out to Trevi, shout out Multi Kenny, shout out Worldwide Mace Television, shout out Rob Deere, shout out Minor, shout out my dog Joe Breezy, shout out Cheese, shout out Trevi again, shout out Teddy Hart, shout out Kingster, Dorian Clayton, shout out Vale, and shout out Amir, because he will be up here cooking one of you chumps tomorrow. But last but not least, shout out Trevi. He sent through a members chat, and he said, even with opportunities, there are some people who can get the opportunity and can work as hard as possible, but still not be great due to genetics, mental brain capacity, limits, and natural feel for touch. Superstars are all anomalies, in my opinion.
Perseverance.
In order to be the top of your field, you have to be an anomaly.
Derrick Rose was a bad student. Brandon Roy had a learning disability. There's a lot of people who've overcome a lot of shit to make it to the league. Okay, Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's a lot of people who've had to overcome some stuff to make it. So I'm just saying, like,
hey, I will say this though, based on that last super chat, because somebody gave this advice to me a long time ago. I don't know if it was one of them tapes or what, but you don't necessarily ever really fail. You just end up quitting a lot of times. You just really end up quitting. Like, and that's like literally in anything. Like, you thought you wanted to do it, and then you started, and then you stopped. If you never stopped, you never failed.
I feel like the best.
I feel like that's shaky. That's shaky.
Shit, what's that boy named? Andre Ingram played in the NBA at like 40.
I'm with you. But for some people, like, don't always follow that advice. Sometimes it's not meant to be. Like, sometimes you gotta know when to let go. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes,
like what though? Like what?
Hey, Jordan, sometimes you gotta let go of that jail.
You 5'8", you playing JV basketball. Like, come on, man. Like, the NBA dream ain't happening. Like, sometimes you gotta just know. Like, you can't just remember mentality your way to the NBA.
Isaiah Thomas.
You gotta know.
At 5'8", 6', if you ain't assessed the field and say it ain't too many 5'8", but Yuki in there. Yuki in the NBA.
Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta know when. Sometimes it's okay to move on.
I get what you're saying, but that's people that's lying to themselves about actually working hard and shit.
For sure,
like,
for sure.
Your ass ain't working too damn hard if you 5'8" and you trash. Still, you just trash. That's just bottom line. Like, you ain't working hard. But in most things,
sometimes you gotta know.
It ain't about failing. You just quit. That's the main thing. You just quit. Keep going.
All right, y'all. It has been real. It has been fun. Couple things. Tomorrow, it will be the TCL. So you guys make sure you are on your toes and make sure you're ready to go, because we're going to be moving quickly through these topics, and we're going to have a lot to talk about. Also, in a few hours, we're going to be on Throwback Thursday watching two of the greatest to ever do it go toe-to-toe, and it's going to be a good one. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good one. I can't wait to get up there with Real Talk. Can't wait for John D to pull up. One of these other guys up here is going to be up there too, so I'll see you guys there. Everybody go to the gym, get on a stair stepper, and also when you're done with your workout,
Merry Christmas.
Please stop fucking undoing your towel in the sauna. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna rat your ass out. I'm ratting from now on. If you keep undoing your motherfucking towel in the sauna, this is my last warning. I'm going to court.
Snitches get stitches, yo.
Got me.
Or maybe snitches get Speedos. I don't know.
Snitches get Speedos, shit, whatever. I'm going to witness protection because I'm gonna clean up Lifetime. We cleaning up the streets for sure.
All right, y'all. See you in a couple hours. It has been real. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. We out.